9 weeks of the high school football season are in the books, and now 256 teams from around the land of Lincoln begin the playoffs with one goal: a trip to Hancock Stadium. Welcome to the 2025 IHSA playoffs and round one between the Macomb Bombers and the Hillcrest Hawks. You have indeed entered the McDonough District Hospital pregame show. It's the Bombers and it's the Hawks in the game of the week, and it's next on the Bombers Sports Network.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
The MDH Community Pharmacy in Macomb is open 7 days a week, including extended hours on the weekdays for your convenience. Our team is available to answer questions about all your medications, and we offer free local home deliveries. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicare, and most insurance plans are accepted. McDonough District Hospital, your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Welcome into the McDonough District Hospital pregame show. Justice Keene, soon to be joined alongside longtime Macomb Bomber head coach Kelly Sears for the round one IHSA Class 4A playoff game between the Macomb Bombers and the Hillcrest Hawks. Glad to have you along with us. Getting set to get underway in just under a half an hour as the Bombers and Hawks prepare to do battle in round one of the playoffs. Macomb coming in as the 3 seed at 8-1 on the season out of the Lincoln Land Large Conference, and Hillcrest the 14 seed out of the South Suburban Conference up in Chicago, Illinois. 5-4 are the Hawks. The Macomb Bombers, we haven't seen them in action. It's been 2 weeks. The Bombers coming off a forfeit win from the LVC Miners in week number 9. The Bombers preparing to play their first game since Elmwood Brimfield 2 weeks ago. They were able to get that win. Saw a nice performance the last time they were here at the Tarmac. But Macomb looking for their first win in the playoffs since 2022. Of course, everybody remembers that win over Quincy Notre Dame. That's the only playoff win in the Tanner Horrell era. 28-14 against the Raiders in round one, securing, of course, the first 10-win season in program history for the Macomb Bombers. They moved to 10-0. They would lose to Murfreesboro in that second game. But Macomb finally getting a new opponent, and I think that's probably one of the biggest headlines we'll talk about. Finally nice to see someone other than the Murfreesboro Red Devils across the field. Bombers and Hillcrest have never done battle in the program's history, and this will be the first time that these two teams have ever met up in their program's history. The Hillcrest Hawks, they've traveled a long way from up near Chicago, Illinois, 215 miles. That's a little over, that's about 3 hours and 50 minutes. From what we have been told, we've learned they did spend the night here in town, and I believe they had a walkthrough over at Hanson Field this afternoon. That's kind of what we've heard, the rumblings anyway. But they're on site, have not made any type of appearance on the field yet. But the Bombers are on the field right now, but the Hawks have yet to make their way out to the MHS Stadium. So yet to be seen are the Hillcrest Hawks, but they are on site getting set to go here in just a little bit. The Bombers and the Hillcrest Hawks, it's round one of the IHSA Class 4A playoffs. A lot to break down in the next half hour. We'll take a break on the McDonough District Hospital pregame show from Learfield.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time. Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Join you back here from the MHS Stadium, the tarmac. Round one of the IHSA 4A playoffs in just about 25 minutes and 43 seconds, if you want to do the exact math. But glad to have you along with us. It's round one of the playoffs. The Bombers and the Hillcrest Hawks set to do battle here in about 25 minutes. Justice Keene, glad to have you along with us. We'll be joined by Bombers head coach Kelly Sears in a little bit for his color commentary throughout the game today. But let's talk a little bit about this Macomb team. 8-1 on the season, and we talked a lot with Tanner Horrell throughout the year, and we'll talk to him in the pregame show in just a little bit. They have proved the doubters wrong this year. I think this Macomb team, you looked coming into the year, everybody really didn't know what to expect. You had a quarterback that graduated last year in Braden Holthouse who went on to the collegiate level to play football in over near the state of Iowa, and then, you look at several other key players graduating last year. So a fairly young team. And Tanner Horrell has talked a lot this year. He's really a year ahead of schedule where he'd like to have been. 8-1 this year, and the Bombers really a successful campaign and really nice performances put together this year, starting weeks ago with the Rushville Industry game, which doesn't feel like it's been that long ago, but it indeed has. We're going to take another break. This is the MDH pregame show on the Bombers Sports Network.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by.
Looking for fitness, family fun, and community all in one place? The YMCA of McDonough County has it all. Swim, play, wellness for all ages. Visit 1400 East Calhoun Street or call them at 309-833-2129 to learn about membership information. Are you searching for a ride at the right price? Ron Elby Auto Sales in Macomb has quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even bad boy mowers. Visit them at 1525 East Jackson Street or call 309-836-3523. Ron Elby Auto Sales of Macomb.
You're in good hands with Macomb Allstate agent Stacy Foxall. For a free insurance review, call Allstate agent Stacy Foxall at 309-837-3233 today.
I think the rewarding parts of my job are seeing people over time and getting to know them and getting to know their families. And that's very exciting to see them and get them better over time, especially if I'm able to find out something that other places haven't. And that's kind of what drew me to family medicine. I try to get along with people and treat them as I would my family. Do what we can to get the patients taken care of day in and day out. It's pretty supportive. I'm Dr. Michael Waters. I'm a family physician here at the...
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by.
Looking for fitness, family fun, and community all in one place? The YMCA of McDonough County has it all. Swim, play, wellness for all ages. Visit 1400 East Calhoun Street or call them at 309-833-2129 to learn about membership information. Are you searching for a ride at the right price? Ron Elby Auto Sales in Macomb has quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even bad boy mowers. Visit them at 1525 East Jackson Street or call 309-836-3523. Ron Elby Auto Sales of Macomb.
You're in good hands with Macomb Allstate agent Stacy Foxall. For a free insurance review, call Allstate agent Stacy Foxall at 309-837-3233 today. At Bedwell Tree Service, they take pride in their long-time roots in McDonough County. Serving Western Illinois, they offered expert tree care with competitive fees and outstanding results. Trust the local team with a stellar reputation. Bedwell Tree Service, your leading Macomb tree care provider.
Tee off at Harry Masato Golf Course, WIU's scenic public 18-hole gym in the Lemoyne River Valley. Play a challenging, gorgeous round today. Stop by 1215 Tower Road or call them at 309-298-3676 to book your tee time today.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning, Fint, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Life is always full of changes. Make sure you're covered. Abram Olson at Country Financial in Macomb is here to protect what matters most. Visit 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb or call him at 309-836-2885. Abram Olson at Country Financial.
Macomb, your perfect ride is waiting at UM Autos. Discover top-notch service and models all right here in your hometown. Visit UM Autos in Macomb today, where quality meets the road. at 230 West Jackson Street in Macomb.
Big dreams start small. Compeer Financial is here to help them grow. From farm loans to home financing, our Macomb team has the tools to make it happen. Located at 2901 East Jackson Street or in Macomb, or call them today at 309-833-2302. Compeer Financial of Macomb, your partner in growth. Your future starts here at Spoon River College. With affordable tuition, flexible classes, and programs built for your goals, SRC helps you take the next step with confidence. Enroll today and join a community that supports your success. Spoon River College. Visit spoonrivercollege.edu or call 309-647-4645 to learn how to enroll today. Looking for your next ride? At Kunis Country of Macomb, we've got the selection, the service, and the savings you deserve, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between. Drive home today with confidence. Visit us on East Jackson Street or call 309-837-5757. Kunis Country of Macomb.
The MDH Community Pharmacy in Macomb is open 7 days a week, including extended hours on the weekdays for your convenience. Our team is available to answer questions about all your medications, and we offer free local home deliveries. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicare, and most insurance plans are accepted. McDonough District Hospital, your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
It's week 10 of the IHSA football season, where we return to our pregame show presented by McDonough District Hospital. Macomb head coach Tanner Whirl getting set for round one of the IHSA 4A playoffs against Hillcrest. And Coach, I know really exciting opportunity, not only the playoffs, but a playoff game on your home turf.
Yeah, you know, we've been fortunate to have, our fourth playoff game in the last 5 years. And we'll have a great atmosphere, have a great crowd. Saturday afternoon, November, can't beat it.
You guys haven't played for 2 weeks. Last time we saw you, Elmwood Brimfield, right here on this turf, and nice victory to close the season, and then a forfeit win over LVC last week. Kind of talk about the last couple of weeks and what you guys have been working on through that gap in between games.
Yeah, I thought the bye week, we had a really good week of practice. We were able to kind of focus on ourselves, just a short hour and a half practice on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Coach Wilson had us kind of prep for different offenses, and one of the days it was like a perfect prime example of what Hillcrest is going to run. Offensively, we were able to kind of get back to our roots and really focus on fundamentals and not game plan too much, kind of put some late game situation stuff in, but really do what we do.
Hillcrest, a team out of the South Suburban Conference up near Chicago, and talk a little bit about what you've seen on film with them and what you expect them to bring tomorrow.
Yeah, they're really talented. They play a bigger, larger schedule than we do. I'm not sure the competition's too much different. Obviously, playing Montini is a big difference than what we see in our conference. But outside of that, you know, I thought the football that I saw in film was very similar to playing a Farmington or playing Illini West Hancock, Breeze Mater Day. It'll be a great football game. They have a lot of athletes. They got a kid 6'7", 6'4" on the edge on defense. They can throw it up to him on offense. They got some really fast athletes on the outside, and quarterback and running back run really well. So they're going to play downhill on defense. Linebackers fly around. So we're going to have to play our best football game today.
Forecast for the game, a little bit windy, just kind of like tonight is here at practice. Talk a little bit about how that will affect your game plan and anything you'll do to try to contain that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, November football, the weather's going to have some impact at times. Kind of just see how it goes with the wind. It can be windy at times, and in the second half it can die down. You know, you just never know. We've had playoff games like that before, and you Caden's got has a really strong arm that the wind's not going to affect his ball too much. Obviously, throwing into the wind, maybe not as much distance, or the crosswind could have some effect. But we got a lot of confidence in Caden throwing the football, and I don't think the wind will have too much of an impact.
Nice feature on the D-line earlier in the week, and they have allowed 0 sacks this year. How crucial will they be in the game plan for tomorrow?
Yeah, huge every week. They are the key to our success. They're the most important guys on the field. They're the ones that are opening up the gaps for Drake and Caden and Carter to run, and then protecting Caden so that we can get the ball out to our receivers. The steps that our O-line's taken this year have been outstanding, and they're the key to our success.
This team has proved a lot of doubters wrong this year, going 8-1 and then also securing that home playoff game. You guys finished second in the conference. I know one of the things you've always said is we don't just want to make the playoffs, but we want to win in the playoffs. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's the next step. We've made the playoffs for the last 5 years. Really feel like it should have been all 5 years, but now that we're here, we want to make a run, and we want to win football games in November, and I think we have a great opportunity this year to do that. It's all about going out and executing and taking that next step with the program, and sustain success in the regular season, and then you get an opportunity to make that run, and it's right in front of us.
What will be the biggest things to stop their offense and defense tomorrow?
Yeah, first off is no silly penalties, and then winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, containing their run game, and limiting their big plays, explosive plays, and on our side of the ball, we want to win the turnover battle, and we want to have those explosive plays. The 60-yard runs might not be there, but if we can get 10, 15 yards or sustain a long drive, I feel like we're going to be successful.
Geneseo and Rochelle playing ahead of your game. They play Friday night. How much do you pay attention to that game ahead of schedule and before we play?
Yeah, a little bit. We still have to take care of our business. Last week, having the week off, you could watch Geneseo on TV. So we've seen that. Rochelle's a really good football team. Take care of your business first, and we'll have plenty of time to game plan and prep once we get a victory on Saturday, but we'll watch and see, but we got to do our job on Saturday.
How rewarding is it to have that home playoff game? I think, when you look back, 2021, obviously we went on the road to Murfreesboro, but those 2 home playoff games in 22 and then last year, huge crowd, big atmosphere, and really a community that comes together and shows out for these type of big games.
Yeah, absolutely. My cousin was a coach. He said something one time about coming out and just take it all in, and I think that's what you got to do when you walk out on the field, because we do have an outstanding crowd, and the bleachers are packed, and just take it in, because it's special. Playing November football is something that you never forget. I remember playing. I remember watching the past teams in the late 90s, early 2000s, and going to other teams' playoff games. It's an awesome atmosphere, and we're really lucky that we get to do it in front of our home crowd, and hopefully we can have a couple this year.
And I know, too, you have that next generation on the sidelines, helping you guys out, whether it's ball boys, water boys, things like that. So, you guys are really bringing up the next generation right there on the sideline with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always great to get the youth involved. I was that ball boy way back in the day, and you're always looking up to those kids, so it's great to have our water boys, Will and whoever his gang brings out. So we're really lucky to have those guys and help out, and hopefully they really enjoy the experience and motivates them to be the next group that is able to carry on our tradition.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Macomb head coach Tanner Horrell on our McDonough District Hospital pregame show. We'll pause for a break. Back after these messages. This is IHSA 4A Playoffs on the BSN.
My philosophy in pediatrics is definitely prevention, early intervention, and advocacy. Being an advocate for my patients is one of the main reasons why I got into pediatrics in the first place. I like working close with families and being able to empower moms, especially first-time moms, or empower any caregiver. MDH Peds gives that family-centered care. My name is Leilani Segura, and I am a pediatrician at McDonough District Hospital.
We return here from the MHS Stadium alongside my mayor, Kelly Sears, mayor of Bluffs, Illinois, longtime Bombers head coach. He is the winningest coach in program history with 121 wins and some 21 years. Coach, I know you get excited for football season, but I know this time of year means a lot to you.
When you talk about the playoffs, and I was walking over here today, and I thought to myself, this is perfect playoff weather. I said, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just perfect playoff weather. And when you see the chartered buses in the driveways and just a playoff atmosphere, and it doesn't make a difference if it's Macomb or Camp Point or wherever. And I had 3 or 4 text messages from former players of mine last night that are in the playoffs today, and that makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah, it means you impacted them as a coach, and you certainly have several athletes. Macomb is hosting Hillcrest. The Hawks are out on the field. They came out of the locker room just a little bit ago while we were in the commercial break talking to head coach Tanner Whirl. The Bombers come in at 8-1. They're the 3 seed. Hillcrest 5-4. They are the 14 seed. And when you look at this Hillcrest team, they got some big kids out there.
Yeah, they got a lot of nice kids. And, the one kid, which we were talking about just a second ago, is number 5, Max Carmichael. And from my understanding, he's already signed to go to Purdue.
Yes, he is going to be a key player in this ball game here this afternoon as Macomb and Hillcrest prepare to do battle here momentarily. And the Bombers heading to the locker room, they getting their final words from head coach Tanner Whirl. They'll head to the locker room, and we're going to pause for one more commercial break. We are back with the national anthem after these messages on the BSN.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Starting offense for Hillcrest.
We return here at the MHS Stadium, and Brian Sullivan going to introduce the starting lineups over the public address. We'll have the national anthem here momentarily following that. But, Coach, really solid Hillcrest team. You look at their schedule. They finished 5-4, but, you look at a couple of those wins. Last 3 of them, Tenley Park, a 32-15 win. Oak Forest, we'll talk about that momentarily, giving them their only loss on the year, and then Lamont 24-31 loss. But that confidence booster over a talented Oak Forest team that's only lost this year is Hillcrest.
Well, look at their schedule early in the year. And when you look at their schedule early in the year, you throw a team in there which is Montini. And, they play in the Catholic League, and they went 9-0, number 1 seed, and I think the score there was like 34-12, at the beginning of the year. And Montini's a very good football program.
They are indeed, and Montini, a team that makes the playoffs and has a very rich history, making some deep runs. Hillcrest, again, 5-4 on the year, so they're one of those last teams that get into the playoffs. As of this year, of course, we could talk all night about the crazy proposals that are out there and all that legislative process that's going to take a little bit later in the offseason. Last year for this Hillcrest team, they went 5-5 on the year, lost in the first round to Peoria. Hillcrest, a team that got to 4A this year with the multiplier in there. They were typically a 5A, 6A school. So really Macomb playing a team that's even up a class.
Yeah, and the big thing is losing to Peoria High. We used, back when I was still coaching, we used to go to camp with Peoria High, and their program in the last 10 years has just went bonkers. And so that they've been playing bigger schools, so that they are, what I want to say here, tested and or you should say, if you go on Max Preps or whatever, strength of schedule. They get a lot of points on strength of schedule. And, you look at their playoff points, and, that's something that a lot of people don't understand is your playoff points. And, people tell me all the time, well, this is playoff points. No, playoff points is the number of wins that your opponents have. And you want to be as high as you possibly can. I know one of my last years playing, we were the number one team in the state of Illinois with the most playoff wins. And sometimes I wasn't very smart, but I never backed down from a challenge. And I think we had like 54 or 56 playoff points that year and still went like 4-5.
That's why you look at so many teams that may have that one or two openings with their conference schedule. That's why you kind of choose those games wisely, because if you do knock off a team here or there, it's going to give you that boost when you make the postseason.
Yeah, a lot of times what you'd want to do is you'd want to play a really good team and then maybe a team that's going to go about 500 or where you can pick up a win. So you got to pick and choose what you want to do with that. And, we were way back when you had to be 6-3 to make the playoffs, back when it was a 6-class system. And usually our non-conference schedule was Canton, Keokuk, or Fort Madison, Quincy, Notre Dame, and Canton. So, we played teams that were bigger than what we were in class.
We're going to send it to Brian Sullivan for the national anthem. So the national anthem concludes here at MHS Stadium. This is the McDonough District Hospital pregame show. We're getting set for round one of the IHSA football playoffs, the Macomb Bombers and the Hillcrest Hawks. And here come the air raid sirens and the Macomb Bombers getting ready to enter from the right side of the field. This Macomb team 8-1 on the year. Tanner Horl in his fifth season at the helm, 35-14, the fifth all-time winningest head coach in program history. 4 wins away from getting to number 4, tying number 4, Dave Vance at 4. And I think you know that guy that's top of that list, 121-90. His name's Kelly Sears.
Yeah.
Just a couple of years.
Just was there a long time. Yeah. Had good kids.
Absolutely. So the Bombers going to make their entrance. Coaching staff onto the field here. Macomb's going to be in their orange uniforms with the white pants this afternoon. Hillcrest's going to be in the whites with the kind of that baby blue color. And, Coach, I think that if you're not excited and you don't have the adrenaline running for this game, then you probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah, and as I look around, there's still a lot of empty spots in the bleachers.
It is.
A lot of empty spots in the bleachers. And, if you're not doing anything this afternoon, you need to be out here. Weather's good. See a great football game.
You got time to get here. Still plenty of time to make your way out to 1525 South Johnson. Going to be a little bit chilly this afternoon. Weather conditions 46 degrees, the real feel 37, and the wind 9 miles per hour out of the northwest. Our high that will get to 47 degrees. And really one of the things that you don't want to see on the offensive end is a real heavy wind, especially Macomb being a passing team.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If with the heavy wind, passing teams, and we never were a passing team much, but still, I always had good field goal kickers. So you really had to play with the wind and get that wind either in the fourth quarter or get that wind in the second quarter. But, and that's one of the things I'd always tell my guys, check the flagpole.
Yep.
And check the armory flagpole because it's a lot higher up, and we'd have to check that wind. That was the first thing, we did was check the wind. But, as I sit up here, Justice, and I look, we have probably one of the nicest facilities for a 4A football team in the state of Illinois.
Absolutely.
And no doubt about it.
The Bomber Nation listening in this afternoon, viewers with us in Arkansas, Macomb, Illinois, class of 1970, Pella, Iowa, Anarchy, Iowa, South Randolph Street, Burlington, Iowa, Sacramento, California, Osage Beach, Missouri. They say, go Bombers. Carthage, viewers with us in Champaign, Illinois. We saw the Fighting Illini. They're going to become bowl eligible, or they may already be. I'm not sure if that game's in the books yet or not. Bolingbrook, Illinois. We have viewers with us in Orlando, Florida, Adair, Illinois, Macomb, and Wyoming. So good to have all those viewers with us this afternoon. Class 4A football, the first round of the playoffs. And one of the interesting things, Macomb has the advantage, and so does Hillcrest. They already have an idea. They know who they're going to play next week. Geneseo winning in a thriller last night. So this is the last piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, the biggest thing is and as a coach, and anybody knew me, that if our first-round playoff game was going to be on Friday night. I didn't want to change a lot of stuff. Our second-round games were usually always on Saturday, but that first-round game, if we could get it, and, the big thing is both schools have to agree on what's happening. And if one school doesn't, and, with these guys coming 4 hours, there's a good reason why it was on Saturday.
Hillcrest going to be kicking away to the Bombers. The Bombers going to be back to receive round one of the IHSA Class 4A playoffs. Bombers, Hawks. Strap yourselves in, folks. This is Macomb Bomber football on the Bombers Sports Network. We are underway, and the Bombers will return just past the 20-yard line. It's Drew Watson to bring it back. We are underway, and the Bomber cheer squad will get us fired up down below us. Bombers will come out, and we'll get our first look at Macomb quarterback Caden Knupp.
Yeah, he's had a really nice year as for somebody just stepping in for the first year as a quarterback on a throwing team.
1st and 10 Bombers. They'll start on their own 30-yard line. And Coach, I think one of the biggest things here is if you can come out and make an opening statement on offense, that's going to give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, that's the big thing, especially in the playoffs. When you score first, it's a big morale booster.
Opening drive here. Bombers will hand it away. Up the middle go the Bombers, and a nice opening start for Drake May. The bulk here, we have a flag on the field.
I think it might be a face mask. I saw a hand go to it, and it wasn't really a face mask, but
we'll check it. Brian Rewarts, our referee, umpire Tad Johnson, David Moore, the linesman, line judge John Carroll, and Randy Manuel in the backfield. Congratulations to those gentlemen. Just as much of an honor being an official on the field as is a participant in these postseason games.
Without a doubt. And, the officials, they take a lot of pride in climbing that ladder to get to Champaign or ISU or Northern, wherever it's going to be at.
All right, so 1st and 10 from the 47, and we got a flag on the field against Macomb, I do believe.
I think the right tackle jumped.
Just one of those things. I think everybody just kind of maybe some early nerves and just kind of try to get settled in.
Yes, a lot of early nerves, and going against a D1 player, that brings the nerves out in you. And actually, they got him slid down into a tackle and not a DN right now.
1st and 15 now from the 42, 11:35 left. Knupp directing traffic, making the play call to the line. Knupp will hand it away. Drake May, and he will get tackled immediately. Quick coming in there from Jaden Simmons, number 3 for Hillcrest. Brings up 2nd down. Loss of 1, going to end up being 2nd and 16. Bomber fans rolling in. We see J.D. Gravina, head coach of the Western Illinois Leatherneck women's basketball team. See him in the house sitting below us. Good to have support from both sides of town this afternoon.
Yeah, with Western being off.
Pass from Knupp is caught near the 45-yard line. Looking to see who caught that one. It's Drew Watson. Bring up third down for the Bombers.
What, 3rd and 12?
Yep. And this is where you got to avoid these scenarios early, those 3rd down and longs.
Yes. Penalties really hurt you there.
3rd and 12 from the 45 for Knupp and the Bomber offense. Knupp takes a snap, 3 steps back, fakes the throw, looking deep downfield. Watson almost had the one-handed catch.
I think he was out of bounds, though.
Yeah, a little too far, so 3 and out for the Macomb offense on this first play. And Hayden Katz, we'll get our first look at him this afternoon. And I tell you what, he might be one of the best kickers Macomb's had in quite a while.
Do you know what his average is per kick?
Cannot tell you off the top of my head. Low snap. Katz able to get it downfield to about the 30, take a hop. Hillcrest there to return, and the Bombers will get the stop. Drake May in there, as is 11 for Macomb. That's Carter Havens. 1st and 10, Hillcrest. Didn't get a chance to mention them, but some keys to the game, I think, for Macomb. Number 1, tempo. You know, you gotta force Hillcrest to play catch up in this game. I think number 2, you got to limit the big plays, and then really the number 3, and this is a big thing Coach Anderson talks about in basketball, is composure, because this is a big game, and you just got to take it one play at a time.
Yeah, and the big thing is controlling the game with, you know, as long as your offense is on the field, they probably shouldn't be able to score.
1st and 10, Hillcrest. They'll take it up the left side of the field. A gain there. Quarterback handoff. That is Jamari Thomas.
8 yards.
Jamari Thomas averaging 76.9 rushing yards per game. He is key player for them.
I guess that was a first down. I didn't think he got the first.
They'll give it to him. New set from the 33. Hillcrest playing a little bit up-tempo, this offense. Jamari Thomas again on the ball carrier. Short of the 40, and the stop made by Jeshua McFeeters. Five-yard gain is going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Hawks from the 33. 9:30 to play, opening quarter of the first round of the IHSA 4A playoffs. Jamari Thomas, the ball carrier once again, up past the 45.
Not very big, but he sure is pretty quick. I don't know the size on him. 5'5", 130.
Yeah, very quickly. And we're seeing kind of that really up-tempo offense not want to take much time in between snaps. Ball comes out loose.
And
the Bombers
got
have it.
Drew Watson on the recovery.
That is a huge play there for the Bombers
on
the recovery. Drake Tabor actually on the recovery.
Yes.
But, you know, as I was just saying, Hillcrest playing really fast, and that's a huge mistake there early from them.
That 7 looked like a 1 when he was going down on it. Kind of like those Coastal Carolina uniforms the other night, if you saw that game.
So the Bombers will take over. It's going to be 1st and 10 Bombers from the 41. 9:12 to play, opening quarter. 1st and 10, Caden Knupp. He'll fake the handoff. Right side of the field, Drake May, and he's taken down immediately by the Hillcrest defense.
Yeah, it's probably going to be about a 4-yard loss.
Loss of 1.
We got
a
good spot on that.
Good spot on that one. So the Bombers will talk things over here, and chance to make a statement here early. Still scoreless. 2nd and 12 from the 43. Knupp trying to get everybody set. Back to throw. Flag is down. Looking deep downfield. The pass is incomplete. And we'll check the flag.
Well, not sure what it is. I don't know if somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Penalty against Macomb. Illegal shift on Macomb. And it will be 3rd down. 3rd and 12 from the 43 for the Bombers.
Yeah, I had to look that one up, and I don't even see it in here.
Snapped it up. He rolls to the right, back to throw, in trouble. Pass is caught by May. He's still in trouble, can't find anything, up to short of the 40. And out comes Hayden Katz once again.
Now here's the big thing is, Justice, is that we always had a rule. If it's inside the 10-yard line, the returner's heels go on the 10-yard line, let it hit, let it bounce. We don't mess with it in there. But I see him going back in there. Mm-hmm. Nope, he's coming back
coming back up
to the 10.
Katz to kick it away for the Bombers. Kick is up, high into the air, going to be about the 20-yard line. Ball comes out loose once again. Does Macomb have it? Tanner Horrell thinks they do. They'll say no. Hillcrest football, they'll take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 Hillcrest, and you know, we talked about this with Coach Hurl in the pregame. I think, you know, one of the cool things about any Bomber game, or particularly a playoff game, is when you get to have the youth on the sidelines and allow them to be the ball boys and have a part in it.
Oh, you got to get everybody involved.
So 1st and 10 Hawks, they'll go the other way with it. Quarterback handoff to the left side of the field. That's Jamari Thomas. Big stop there for Macomb. Drake May dropped him for a loss. 7:28 to go. Still scoreless. And it brings up 2nd and 14. Defensive end going to be crucial in this contest today. Got to be able to get stops if you're Macomb or Hillcrest. 2nd down for the Hawks. They'll hand it away. Right side of the field, and another quick stop for the Bombers. Jeshua McFeeder's in on that one. Brings up 3rd down.
Excellent job.
No gain on that one. 3rd and long with 6:45 left in the opening quarter of play from the 13. Hillcrest yet to find anything on this drive. Back to the line here. Playing up-tempo football here in round 1 of the playoffs. Snap to the Hawks. Back to throw. No pressure yet for the quarterback. Passes caught downfield for the 1st down and a little bit more. Short of the 40-yard line. Complete to Jameel Adams.
No, Jamari Thomas.
Jamari Thomas.
Number 7.
Okay. Thomas on that one again. Quarterback handoff once again. Left side of the field, room to run. Hawks breaking free. Down, going to be short of the 10. Big play there. That is Jacob Johnson. Carter Havens trips him up, and we got an injury on the field.
They've moved Thomas and him back and forth between the running back spots because Thomas was out of the slot just a second ago.
So an injury on the field. 6:03 left, opening quarter. Big play there from the Hawks. Both teams will move to the sideline while they attend to the injured Hillcrest player. But really, that's kind of that first explosive play we've seen on either end, and Hillcrest with the advantage right now near the red zone.
Yeah, you know, this is where you really got to step it up. You know, you get in the red zone, your red zone defense. Usually a 6-man, 7-man, 8-man front. Keep them from running. Usually in the red zone, you go into a cover 1, play man-to-man.
So they'll get him off the field and get both teams out of their huddles here. Both teams kind of getting a free timeout out of that. 6:03 left, opening quarter of the first round of the playoffs, Class 4A. The rain staying away. Had a couple of sprinkles in the pregame, but turned out to be just perfect football weather.
Yeah, excellent day for football.
1st and 10 from the 13 for the Hawks. Bradley awaits the snap. Snap to Bradley. He'll hand it off. Trying to go to the right side of the field, and a pile of Bombers on that one.
I don't know who the ball carrier was on that one. I think it was number 5.
Kyron Bullard, 11. No gain on that one for the Hawks. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 13. 5:25 left, first quarter. Snap to Bradley. He'll hand it away. Hawks find a path. Drake May comes in from behind to get the stop. Bring things back.
We got 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. I'll say 3rd and 4 officially. Just about here. Big opportunity for the Macomb defense. Make a statement here and get a stop. 3rd and 4 from the 7, under 5 to play in the opening quarter. Bradley takes the snap, looking left side of the end zone. Pass is broken up. Big stop there from the Bombers. Kyler Norton coming in and deflecting that one. That's big-time defense.
Yeah, that was excellent play. Excellent play by Tyler Norton, batting the ball away. You know, I will tell you, I'll go to my grave, but I am not a fan, and it doesn't matter if it's pro, college, high school, of being in shotgun inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, sure.
I just have never agreed with that.
4th and 4 from the 7, 4:48 to play here in the opening quarter. Bradley takes the snap, looking to the end zone. Pass is caught. It's good. The Hawks will strike first. Touchdown at the 4:43 mark.
That's Derek Streeter. Anthony
yes. Bradley to Streeter for the Hillcrest touchdown. And the Hawks will see. Imagine they'll go for 2. They will. They'll line up to go for the 2-point conversion. Up 6-0 here, 4:43 mark. Quarterback looking right side of the end zone. Pass is no good. They're going to say he's out.
Out of the end zone.
He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's a 6-0 lead for the Hillcrest Hawks in round 1 of the 4A playoffs. Back after these messages on the BSN.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
We return to the MHS Stadium, the tarmac. It's a 6-0 lead for the Hillcrest Hawks here in the first quarter, 4:43 left. Both these schools, several appearances in the playoffs. It's the 20th for the Macomb Bombers in their long-standing history. 114 years of the program, and for the Hillcrest Hawks, this is their 59th year, 277, 278, 24th appearance for them, and it's their 9th consecutive. So both these teams know how to make it to November football. Bombers back to receive. It's Watson. He'll pitch it to Havens to return. He's brought down near the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Bombers going the other way. The Bombers and Hawks will switch on offense and defense. Hillcrest striking first in this one, able to get the 2-point conversion to go. Just after 2 o'clock here in Macomb, Illinois. Macomb seeking a 9-win season. Couple of them, 1922, 89, 94, 95, 98, and 2012. Snapped it up. He'll hand it away. Up the middle. Drake May trying to find a path. Breaks through just past the 40. And I think if you're Macomb, you just kind of take this one snap at a time and just chop your way up the field little by little.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, and you got to take what they're going to give me, and got to go ahead and run with it.
4:18 to go and counting. It's going to be 1st and 10. Not able to get the first down, or May rather. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Bombers awaiting the snap. Knupp will take it. He'll hand it away. Drake May. May gets tripped up almost immediately. Maybe a 1-yard gain, if anything. Under 4 to play, 3:53. Garrett on the stop for Hillcrest. 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Bombers. 3:45 to play, opening quarter. Macomb near midfield. 3rd drive of the afternoon for Knupp in the offense. Snap to Knupp, looking, under pressure, deep downfield, almost intercepted. Watson wanted a flag.
Off the hands of Thomas, wasn't it?
Yep. So Watson, he wanted a pass interference, didn't get it. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Bombers.
You know, they're seeing, Macomb seeing something that they probably haven't seen playing in the conference that they play in. These guys are really tagging them, and what we mean by tagging them is they're running with them and hanging on to their jersey where the officials can't see it and doing stuff like that.
Tanner Horrell makes his offensive play call. Knupp awaits the snap. 3rd and 9. Knupp rolls to the right, looking downfield. Pass is caught. Kyler Norton still on his feet to the 20-yard line. And Norton, who's made some big plays throughout the season thus far, steps up and a huge catch there and brings this place alive for the first time this afternoon.
Yeah, Tyler's had a really good year. Caught a lot of nice balls all year long.
1st and 10 Bombers, and the MHS Stadium comes alive this afternoon for the first time. Big-time catch from Norton. 1st and 10 Bombers from the 19. Get everybody situated here. Snap to Knupp. He'll take it. Drake May, the ball carrier, finds path, room to run, still on his feet, rolls to the left, finds a path, end zone, touchdown, Macomb Bombers, Drake May.
Excellent run by Drake May. Line made a little seam. He got through the seam and got to the 2nd level.
2:57 mark, and we're tied at 6 apiece. Drake May gets the Bombers in, and we'll see Hayden Katz come out to kick the extra point. Again, just a little bit of a breeze. I guess the flags on the top of the field goal posts have kind of disappeared since they were first put in a couple years ago, but you can always tell, again, like Coach said, from the Armory flag. Kick on the way. It's right through the middle. The Macomb Bombers with the 7-6 lead in the first quarter. 2:57 left. We'll pause for a break. Back after these messages. This is IHSA Playoffs on the BSN.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by. Are you searching for a ride at the right price? Ron Albee Auto Sales in Macomb has quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even bad boy mowers. Visit them at 1525 East Jackson Street or call 309-836-3523. Ron Albee Auto Sales of Macomb.
You're in good hands with Macomb Allstate agent Stacy Foxall. For a free insurance review, call Allstate agent Stacy Foxall at 309-837-3233 today.
Fresh, local, and convenient. At Jackson Street Market, we've got everything you need. From the daily essentials and friendly service, stop in today and see why we're more than just a market. We're your neighborhood store. Jackson Street Market, right around the corner. Always here for you.
MHS Stadium in Macomb, Illinois, round 1 of the 4A playoffs. Macomb with a 1-point advantage now at 7-6. Here with 2:57 left in the first quarter. The Orange Crush on site. They're in black and orange just to our right. Good to have them on hand this afternoon, and always a good appearance, especially for these postseason games. Hayden Katz comes out and boots it downfield, go out of bounds, and there's a flag. So 1st and 10 Hillcrest going back the other way, and Macomb doing everything what they needed to do on that first drive this afternoon.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was a nice drive, nice catch by Tyler Norton, and Drake May capped it off with a very nice run.
Macomb with, again, the 1-point advantage. Hillcrest struck first in this ball game just about 2 minutes earlier. Down to 2:57 left in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 Macomb Bombers from the 35-yard line. And the ball comes live here. Hillcrest waits the snap. Bradley takes the snap. He'll pitch it back over to Jamari Thomas. Jamari Thomas up the right side of the field, and he's knocked down from Drake May. Good stop there from the Macomb defense. And, Coach, I think another one of these key games, like we said in the pregame, is you got to use the hometown crowd to your advantage. Get the place come alive.
Yeah. And they didn't bring a lot with them.
No, they did not. Across the way, a long trot about 3 hours and 50 minutes. Another handoff to Jamari Thomas. Breaks free near the 40-yard line, still on his feet, able to hop his way through, going back the other way. He's tripped up at the 40.
If he would have stayed where he was at, he would have probably had the first down.
He probably could have got it. Drake May ends up tripping Thomas up, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Hawks from the 31-yard line. Or 36, rather. 1:53 left. Clock still rolling here. Opening quarter of play in the first round of the playoffs. Anthony Bradley back to take the snap for the Hawks. Snap to Bradley, looking. Downfield, pass on the way. Wide open receiver. Oh, man. Just over the hands of Max Carmichael. Carmichael is the Purdue commit, plays basketball as well. He's a big kid.
Yeah, he was wide open.
He had a wide open field there if he makes the catch. That brings up 4th down. And advantage kind of back to the Macomb Bombers here.
Yeah, biggest thing is it looks like Macomb. Are they going to put somebody back for the punt? Or
we'll see.
Just going to let it go?
Might just let it go. Hawks out there looking as if they're going to punt this one away. 1:36 to play, 4th and 4. And the punt, not very far at all. High into the air. It'll be near the 40-yard line. Tanner Horrell says, don't touch it.
I understand why they didn't put anybody back.
Yeah,
now.
There you go. Down near the 40. And the Bomber offense will return. And I think, we talk about that first touchdown run there, big play, but now a chance to go up 2 scores.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, the big thing is especially going in right before half with a score. What's the time left? I can't see.
1:25 left, first quarter.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line for Knupp and the offense. Drake May, the ball carrier now, finds a little bit of a path. He'll get past the 40-yard line, bring up 2nd down.
I thought we were already in the second quarter, so we haven't got there yet.
Haven't got there quite yet. That scoreboard's a little further out in this press box than the old one.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to lean forward.
And you can't get out these windows like you used to
No.
in the old press box.
Snap. Knupp tried to fake the snap. Almost drew offsides. Didn't get called. 45 seconds to play here. 2nd and 5 from the 40. May, the ball carrier, still shuffling his feet. Haven't called the play dead there. It's going to be called. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Bombers. Maurice Garrett on the stop. 2-yard gain, bring up 3rd and 3. $15 seconds to play, maybe the last snap of the first quarter. Bombers still shuffling their feet. Pile in there, 6, 5, and 4. And that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Macomb Bombers hang on to a 1-point lead after 1 quarter of play at 7-6. Back after these messages on the Bombers Sports Network.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by Tee Off at Harry Masato Golf Course, WIU's scenic public 18-hole gym in the Lemoyne River Valley. Play a challenging, gorgeous round today. Stop by 1215 Tower Road or call them at 309-298-3676 to book your tee time today. Looking for fitness, family fun, and community all in one place? The YMCA of McDonough County has it all. Swim, play, wellness for all ages. Visit 1400 East Calhoun Street or call them at 309-833-2129 to learn about membership information. You're watching Macomb Bomber football on the Bombers Sports Network.
Back here at the MHS Stadium, 7-6 after 1 quarter of play. Justice Keene and the mayor of Bluffs, Kelly Sears, glad to have you along with us. And Coach, a really nice first quarter for the Bombers to take that 1-point lead, give them some confidence as we go to the second.
Yeah, the one thing, you know, Macomb, most all year long, they've been a big play team, you know, and that's exactly what they were that time also. And, you know, they're not grinding it out.
4th and 1 for the Bombers here as we start the second quarter, and they got it. I'll give you some confidence right off the bat. And new set here, just kind of a quarterback keeper and everybody push.
Yeah, the old tush push,
That's
as
right.
they call it in the pros.
So that'll be good enough for a Macomb first down. New set from the 47-yard line. 11:50, 10 seconds into the second quarter. Bombers hanging on by 1. Knapp awaits the snap. He'll take it. Looking. Deep downfield. Watson, the intended receiver. It's intercepted by the Hillcrest Hawks going the other way. Picked off by number 4, Jaden Lucas. And Hillcrest takes the football. First kind of big mistake for the Bombers in the contest this afternoon. Knapp tosses that into the hands of Lucas, and the Hawks will take it the other way. 1st and 10. 11:34 left.
Oh, we're on 25?
Yep. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Hawks. Anthony Bradley takes the snap. He will pitch it away up the middle of the field to about the 35-yard line. Jacob Johnson, the ball carrier, number 0 for the Hawks.
I was wondering if the young man is back in the ball game. I thought he was at running back that time.
It will be good enough for a Hawk first down there. So new set for them at the 35. 1st and 10, 11:13 to play. About a minute into the second quarter. Ball comes out loose. Under pressure is Bradley, and the Bomber defense able to take advantage there and make the stop. Howell able to make the play, and
excellent play by the Bomber defense.
It's an 11-yard loss for Hillcrest. Backs them up. That'll bring up 2nd and 21 from the 24. Bradley awaits the snap for the Hawks. 2nd and long. Take it 3 steps back, going to look. Rolls to his left. Looking. Pass is caught just past the 40-yard line near the Macomb sideline by number 17, Derek Streeter.
Going to be just a little bit short.
Streeter makes the catch. 22.7 receiving yards per game. Big player for the Hawks. He'll be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 43. 10:15 to play in the first half. Back to the line here go the Hawks. Bradley takes the snap. Handoff up the middle for the Hawks, and a quick stop from the Macomb defense. Cameron Keene in there on the pile. Drake May in there as well. And that will be good enough for Hillcrest first down. New set from the 46. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Snap to Bradley. Looking to his right. Bomber defense can't make the stop yet. Drake May in there, and the pass goes incomplete. 2nd down.
You know, sometimes it doesn't look like the Hillcrest quarterback head is looking the opposite way and the ball's snapped. So I think there's some communication going on between the center and the quarterback where, you know, they're not on the same page.
2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line from Bradley. He'll hand it away. Bomber defense comes in and makes the stop. Ball carrier Jamari Thomas there. Drake Tabor on the stop there for Macomb. 3rd down for the Hawks. 3rd and 7 to be exact.
Big third down play here for the Hawks, and Macomb's done a nice job stuffing them up here.
9:14 to play in the first half. 3rd and 7 from the 49-yard line right at center field. Snap to Bradley, back to throw, looking, downfield, pass, caught. Still room to run for the Hawks near the 10-yard line. Still shuffling, finally down. The catch made by Vaughns. Big catch there for the Hawks, and they're in the red zone.
You know, I see what the Macomb defender was wanting to do, but he took him 5 more yards closer to the pay dirt than just taking him down.
So 1st and goal from the 6 with 8:47 to play. Bradley hands it away. Left side of the field, it's Jamari Thomas, the ball carrier. Maybe a yard or 2, if that.
I think he got about a yard.
Cameron Keene on the stop. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 4. A lot of media folks in here. Saw WGEM in the house. Chris Dewar, Muddy River Sports. So all sorts of highlights coming after this one gets over tonight. 2nd and 4 from the 4 for the Hawks. Snap to Bradley. He'll hand it away, and a big stop for Macomb. Jacob Johnson, the ball carrier. Blaze Howell coming in and making the play. That was a big stop.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Howell. Excellent play.
So now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal for the Hawks. 2 more here, and Macomb defense has done their work. 7:40 to go, 3rd and goal from the 6. Bradley takes the snap, looking, end zone pass, incomplete, goes in and out of the hands of Maurice Garrett.
You know, last time it was a 4th down touchdown, and I will tell you, the guy on the out, the guy threw the slant, but the guy running on the out was wide open.
So 4th down all of a sudden for the Hawks. Going to be 4th and 6 from the 6, 7:35 left in the first half. And this is where the big opportunity, huge opportunity here for the Macomb defense.
Yeah, big stop here. Get it going the other way will be huge for Macomb.
All right, 4th and goal for the Hawks here. Bradley lining up. Bradley looking. Under a little bit of pressure, looking end zone. Pass deflected. No flags. And a huge 4th down stop for the Macomb Bombers.
Yeah, big stop, big stop.
Drew Watson on that one. Turnover on downs, and Macomb will take the football.
You know, the big thing that Macomb has to do now is they got to get it out of this end of the end zone.
Absolutely.
And, you know, whether you get 10 yards, 15 yards, and then to punt, or you take it all the way down the field, just getting it down the field.
So here we go, new set, 1st and 10 Bombers. Quarterback handoff, Drake May, still trying to find a little bit of room. He'll get past the 10. Brings up 2nd down. And, you know, if you're a senior out here today, you're fighting to keep your football career alive, and nobody wants it to be their last game.
No. And, you know, a lot of times the people on the other side are playing a little bit harder because they don't want to lose on the road.
Absolutely.
And let it be your last game on the road.
Nupp tries to draw the Hawks offsides, doesn't work. He'll go up, make the play call. 6:50 to play, 2nd and 5 from the 11 for the Macomb Bombers. Nupp takes the snap, hand away Drake May up the left side of the field. Still on his feet and brought down by the Hawks. That'll bring up 3rd down. Macomb's got to advance this football.
Yeah. Well, we got about 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
Jaden Lucas making the stop. It'll be 3rd and 6. Coming up on the 6-minute mark of the first half. Hillcrest doing a good job staying disciplined. Nupp will make the play call. Nupp takes the snap, looks, passes caught. Watson on the play. Still room to run, and he gets tripped up to about the 15.
Going to be a little bit short.
He will be short. Do you go for it in this scenario,
No,
Coach?
You can't. I guess you can.
They'll give it to him.
Yep.
Okay, so they're going to give him the first down. Good enough, but really it's just one of those situations. Let's say if it is a fourth down, it's just too early in the game to take that big of a risk.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Bombers hanging on 7-6, 5:45 left in the first half. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 16 for Caden Knupp and the Macomb offense. Knupp will take the snap, hand it away. It's Drake May on the ball carry. Goes into the pile. Still on his feet, and the officials will call it dead near the 20.
About a 3-yard gain.
Yep.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
So Drake May will hop up off the pile. Boateng on the stop for Hillcrest. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Bombers. 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Macomb with a 1-point lead in the first round of the playoffs. November football. Knupp hands it off. Drake May again just short of the 30-yard line. That's actually number 11 for Macomb. That's Carter Havens on the ball carry. And he's been a huge addition to this Macomb team this year.
Yeah, where did he move in from?
Brown County.
Brown County. Would have played for Coach Little.
Third and 3 for the Macomb Bombers. Ball's at the 23, 4:25 left in the first half. Bombers trying to avoid the fourth down scenario. Knupp will take the snap, hand it away. Up the middle of the field, and
I'm not hearing the whistle, but those whistles seem awful late to me.
They do.
I mean,
yeah. They're letting them play. So it will bring up fourth down. Going to be 4th and 2. Hayden Katz out there for the Bombers. Bombers going to punt this one away. Katz will kick it. And it will go downfield just about near the 50. Take one hop. Right on the 50. So a 3 and out for the Macomb Bombers. It's Hillcrest football with a switch on offense and defense.
Now this is going to be huge right now. You know, as a old coach, I'm always looking to the on down the road, but they score now, they get the ball back in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this is a huge defensive stop for the Bombers.
Bomber Nation listening in, Venice, Florida. Harvey Harrington says, great run, Kyler Norton. And Harvey is listening from Iowa and New Brockton, viewers with us in New Brockton, Alabama. But Harvey Harrington, a man on your staff for a very long time.
I don't even know if I know that guy or not. Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well.
3:32 to go. 1st and 10 Hawks right at center field on the 50. First half.
Glad you got back from South Dakota.
Handoff up the middle of the field. Hawks have room to run. Tripped up. Ball comes out loose.
He was down.
And he was down, yes. Streeter takes it up to the 40, about a 10-yard gain. Good enough for a first down.
Now, the big thing here is that they're starting to run a lot of misdirection right now.
Mm-hmm.
Last couple of plays, they've ran misdirection. So, you know, Macomb has to stay home and can't be flying out.
New set of downs here for the Hawks. It's 1st and 10 from the 39 with 3 minutes to go in the first half of round 1 of the playoffs. Snap to Bradley. He will hand it away in a quick stop. Cameron Keene coming in from behind and makes the stop for Macomb. 1 yard gain, bring up 2nd and 9 for the Hillcrest Hawks. They'll talk things over in the huddle. Snap, Derek Streeter at quarterback now for the Hawks. Still on his feet, room to run. Brought down near the 30-yard line, so a quarterback switch there.
Yeah, they've had two quarterbacks.
Kind of going back and forth. Saw that with Farmington,
yes,
too.
They've had two quarterbacks throughout the year, and, neither one of them have big numbers, around 500 yards rushing and so forth, but they switched those guys up.
So Hillcrest breaks their huddle here. 1:58 to play, 2nd and 1 from the 30. Hillcrest will have the football coming out of the locker room, out of the break. High snap. And the Bomber defense coming in, making a huge stop.
Somebody went the wrong way on that.
Jeshua McFeeters takes advantage of the miscommunication for Macomb. And all of a sudden, it's 4th down. 2-yard loss for the Hawks. Bring up 4th down and 3. Back to the line here for Hillcrest. 1:15 to go. 4th and 3 from the 32. Big chance for Macomb defense to make a stop. Snap and handoff to Thomas. Thomas is brought down, and a flag is on the play.
I'm not sure what that is, unless it's a hold.
McFeeters makes the stop for Macomb. We'll have Macomb basketball head coach Jeremy Anderson. He'll be on at halftime. Coach, there's a chair there if you want to take a seat.
Don't know what that was. I think it was a hold.
Holding.
Declined. Be Macomb football.
So turnover on downs, 3 and out. Macomb football. They'll take it over with 63 seconds left in the first half, and they'll get their ball on their own 31. And if you're Macomb now, you got to take advantage of this last minute.
You do and you don't. It's kind of dependent on how you want to go. Do you want to go in and be happy, up 7-0,
or
run
take
the
a
clock
risk
out, or do you want to take a risk? And that risk could allude to possibly an interception and a run back.
Hillcrest will get the football out of the locker room and start second half. Nupp, quarterback keeper, still on his feet, and he comes in and gets taken down from behind at the 30-yard line. Bring up 2nd down. 50 seconds to play in the first half. And we're going to have our first timeout of the afternoon. So Hillcrest will take a timeout. We'll pause for a quick one as well. This is Macomb football on the BSN.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by. Looking for your next ride? At Kunis Country of Macomb, we've got the selection, the service, and the savings you deserve. From trucks to SUVs and everything in between. Drive home today with confidence. Visit us on East Jackson Street or call 309-837-5757. Kunis Country of Macomb. Life is always full of changes. Make sure you're covered. Abram Olson at Country Financial in Macomb is here to protect what matters most. Visit 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb or call him at 309-836-2885. Abram Olson at Country Financial.
We return to MHS Stadium in Macomb, Illinois. Glad to have you along with us. First round of the IHSA 4A playoffs. Macomb 7, Hillcrest 6. Hillcrest coming out of their first time out of the afternoon. 48 seconds exact. 2nd and 10 from the 31 for the Macomb Bombers before the halftime horn. Nupp will take the snap. He'll hand it away to 11. That is Carter Havens. Havens up the left side of the field. Still on his feet. Room to run out of bounds. And a good run there for Carter Havens up near the 50-yard line.
Nice run by Carter Havens.
And Smart goes out of bounds, which will stop the clock there with 40 seconds left. So here we go. New set, 1st and 10 from the 44. 44 seconds left in the first half for Macomb. Tanner Horrell directing traffic from the sideline here. Nupp awaits the snap. Takes it, looks, pass caught near the Hillcrest sideline and taken out of bounds. Catch made by Nolan Hogue with 35-5 left in the first half. Bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 1, a long one.
Yep. Yes, 2nd and 1 for the Bombers with 35-5 left in the first half. At midfield, Knupp takes it, rolls to the right, wide open Watson, pass is caught near the 10-yard line. It's Drew Watson making a huge catch with 27-2 left and takes the Bombers near scoring territory.
Excellent catch. Nice throw by Knupp. Drew went up, pulled it out of the air.
Huge catch there for the Macomb Bombers by Watson, and we have a timeout on the field. Timeout Macomb. We'll pause for one as well. This is Macomb football on the BSN.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by Big Dreams Start Small. Compeer Financial is here to help them grow. From farm loans to home financing, our Macomb team has the tools to make it happen. Located at 2901 East Jackson Street or in Macomb, or call them today at 309-833-2302. Compeer Financial of Macomb, your partner in growth.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
We're back at the MHS Stadium. 27-2 left after the Watson catch. Gives the Bombers near scoring territory here. Chance to take a bigger lead into the break. They lead by 1 right now. Knupp trying to get set here. 27-2, 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Macomb Bombers. Knupp will hand it away to Drake May. May trying to find a path of some sort, and he's brought down. We'll see. Yep, Tanner Horrell will take the timeout. 21-7 left. And, Coach, we were just talking about this during the break. You mentioned that if Macomb scores here, you got two different options. Do you go for 2, or do you sit Hayden Katz up, punch it through, and head to the locker room?
You know, I'd go for 2 because I want to have that
a little more of a cushion.
A little more of a cushion, and I'm gonna put the game in the hands of my defense and thinking that we're going to stop them and be able to score again. So I'm going to take that opportunity to go up by 2. And you know, everybody's different, but I'll gamble.
Well, the Macomb Bombers in near scoring territory here. Out of the timeout, it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 12. 21 seconds to work with, plus you still have a timeout if you're Tanner Horrell. Bombers trying to get into the locker room with a little bit of a bigger lead than they have right now. Still hanging on by 1.
You know, and the other thing is, do you keep it in the middle of the field to possibly kick field goal?
So Bombers will head back out here. 21-7 left in the first half. It's 2nd and 6 from the 12 for Caden Knupp and the Macomb offense. Snapped it up, looking right side of the field. Pass is deflected in midair. Like maybe one of the Hillcrest players got a hand on it. It'll bring up 3rd down. Took about 3 seconds off the clock. 18.1.
Yeah, that just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it hit one of the Macomb players or
I couldn't.
One of theirs,
I couldn't see it in time after the ball went in the air, but brings up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 12. 18-1 left on the clock. Tanner Horrell still with 1 timeout left. Big opportunity here for Macomb offense. Knupp takes a snap, looking right side of the field. End zone incomplete. Intended for Watson. One ready for it. And here comes Hayden Katz going to go for the field goal here, Coach.
And, you know, it's right down the middle. And he's got it's a little bit of a crosswind, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Going into the west, out of the west, I should say, headed to the east.
13-6 left on the game clock. Macomb going to kick the field goal here, send out Hayden Katz. Chance to take a 4-point lead. 13-6 left. It will be Hillcrest football out of the locker room. Snap, hold, kick on the way. Didn't get it.
No good.
No good for Hayden Katz. The Macomb Bombers still with a 1-point lead, but no good on the field goal attempt. And Hillcrest football with 8.7 left.
Now you just got to take the knee and away you go.
So Macomb still with that 1-point lead. Hillcrest again. They'll get the ball out of the locker room. We'll take a break once the horn hits, and then we'll come back, and Macomb basketball head coach Jeremy Anderson's going to join us. Preview the upcoming season, almost that time of year again. Hard to believe. And
yeah, what's he got? Another week worth of vacation, and then it's go time.
That's right.
I remember all those dates. I know when the start times are.
That's right. 7 seconds left. There is the knee heading to the halftime break. It's the Macomb Bombers with a 1-point lead. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back with Macomb head coach Jeremy Anderson after these messages. This is the Bombers Sports Network.
How are you, Luke?
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by Macomb. Your perfect ride is waiting at UM Autos. Discover top-notch service and models all right here in your hometown. Visit UM Autos in Macomb today, where quality meets the road, at 230 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Your future starts here at Spoon River College. With affordable tuition, flexible classes, and programs built for your goals, SRC helps you take the next step with confidence. Enroll today and join a community that supports your success. Spoon River College. Visit spoonrivercollege.edu or call 309-647-4645 to learn how to enroll today. You're watching Macomb Bomber football on the Bombers Sports Network. This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by
Protect what matters most with Pumo Insurance Agency. Serving Macomb since 1953, they offer auto, home, commercial, and even farm coverage. Visit them at 19 Eastside Square or call 309-833-4194. Pumo Insurance. Experience you can count on.
At Bedwell Tree Service, they take pride in their longtime roots in McDonough County. Serving Western Illinois, they offered expert tree care with competitive fees and outstanding results. Trust the local team with a stellar reputation. Bedwell Tree Service, your leading Macomb tree care provider. You're watching Macomb Bomber football on the Bombers Sports Network.
We're back here at the MHS Stadium. Coach, you got me?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Coach Jeremy Anderson. We're talking basketball now. It's hard to believe, Coach. It feels like we were just in Girard at the sectional, and all of a sudden the calendar flips to November, and here we go in just a couple of weeks.
Well, thanks for having me up. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity. And on behalf of everybody involved, Justice, I want to say thanks to you. You do such a good job of promoting and helping out all the programs here at the school. And so I know a lot of people look forward to what you do, and we really appreciate you. To tell you the truth, I'm really excited about the football guys. I hope that they can keep this going, and we can worry about hoops. We got plenty of hoops to look forward to, so get these guys – get a chance to win this one and maybe play another one and see how that goes. But we're excited, you know. Coach Keenan and myself have been fortunate enough to – we actually kind of got started already. We've been helping Tanner. You know, Tanner, Coach Horrell is the 8th grade coach also, and instead of him having to do so many nights of double duty, we've volunteered to help out and do some of those middle school practices, and it's been fun. It's also given us a chance to kind of get ourselves back into thinking practice mode and making some plans and thinking about how we can do some things with the high school guys. And so, yeah, it's going to be upon us. You know, we'll start official practicing on that day, November the 10th.
And I know a little bit of a different roster this year. You'll have some big returners, and Drew Watson and, of course, Nolan Hogue. Those names will be familiar. But couple of the quote-unquote newcomers, we obviously have seen a lot out of Carter Havens in the football season. He'll be on your roster. And then another new player, Kellen Martin, whose dad got hired on Chad Boudreau's staff out at Western.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a situation where, just like every year in high school sports, right, your returners that come back, their roles change. And, we're not going to have the seniors from last year who were huge contributors, right? It's time for guys to step up and take those responsibilities on. I think we have several guys that are looking forward to that challenge. You mentioned Drew and Nolan. We're returning starters, and so obviously they're going to have a lot of responsibility. And some of our other junior guys that are juniors now coming up from the sophomore team are going to fill into those roles. We're looking forward to having Carter and Kellen join us also. I think that we have a really strong core. It's going to kind of depend on, how hard we want to work at it, how much, dedication we want to put into practicing to get better. This is going to be a challenge. We're going to have some really tough ball games, and obviously, we're trying to build all the way till February, and so it's a long hold. It's a long, hard haul.
It'll be a traditional start. You guys will start with Bushnell, but I want to ask you about a couple of the new games you guys were able to pick up on the schedule. You got Sherrard back on there, Rock Ridge, and then a couple of newcomers in Beardstown, and then you got Rushville back on there.
Yeah, I think that those are really good pickups, all of them. Obviously, we're familiar, right, with Rock Ridge and Sherrard after playing them in the postseason the last couple of years. We were fortunate that they had openings, and we had openings, and we were able to get something done there. Both those games on the road, which are both going to be really tough. We haven't played Rushville or Beardstown for a long time, and so it's interesting also to get those back. I think those are good close games for us, right? Instead of having to, drive an hour and a half or 2 hours to find a non-conference game, which we're forced to find so many non-conference games. We were kind of fortunate there to get those teams that were close enough, right? And actually Rushville really did us a solid because that game's on a Wednesday night.
Sure.
We were initially had a scheduling conflict with Chillicothe, the IVC, and so we were missing a game that week, and no one was open for that Tuesday. And so we were able to, luckily, when Rushville said we'd play us on that Wednesday night. So I think that'll work out well for us also. Going through the calendar and looking at the schedule, we're looking at a lot of road games this year. I think we only have 7 scheduled for home, and so our guys are going to have to learn to be road warriors, so to speak.
And two, you'll have, of course, the Bushnell tournament. You'll have the Great Western Shootout in there, the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament, and, of course, all those I know you look forward to every year.
Oh, absolutely. I was just talking to Coach Kelso down the end zone, and he was already getting excited and planning for that day that we're going to go up to the Great Western Shootout. Our guys always look forward to the Macomb Holiday Tournament, something they take a great pride in. I think we were just talking to we were up at the volleyball regional the other night and talking about the Macomb Holiday Tournament. It's going to be really tough this year. I mean, there's going to be some really, really good matchups day one of teams that are going to be really quality playing each other. That's something that once we get there, it's a couple of months off yet, but I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
And obviously, you look at the schedule, and of course, you were able to get some of those other games on there, and really it all builds up to the postseason. And we've been lucky to kind of get some of those old school rivalries in the postseason with the Farmingtons, and then you look too this year, Canton's going to be really solid, and it's really going to be an exciting year of basketball. I mean, you got Illini West down the road; they're going to be a solid team. Farmington's looking good; they got Coach Southwood on staff, so
I think our area is going to be really, really solid in basketball this year. I think there's going to be a lot of tough teams. There's a lot of really well-coached teams that will be disciplined, and night in, night out, you're really going to have to play well. And it's going to be competitive, right? And so that's only going to prepare all of us for that postseason. And that's what you really want, is you want to try to make the regular season as realistic but as tough as you can to try to prepare yourself for that. But the thing about it is, though, I'm not sure you can ever simulate the pressure, right, and how tough it really is when it comes right down to it until you put your guys into those positions. There's no substitute for it, and so that's why us coaches, we try to make practices a little bit harder, put a little more something on the drills or the scrimmages to get guys to go that extra edge. But until you've actually been there and you've done it, it's a whole different story. So I think our guys will look forward to it, right? But I'm hoping that they play a couple more football games and we can worry about hoops here in a little while.
Absolutely. And then another thing this year, you look at, this is the last year without the shot clock.
And it's going to be a lot different. I've talked to a lot of guys, this fall going to different volleyball games and stuff, and a lot of the gyms already have them up.
Yep.
And so inevitably it comes up. Everybody will ask me, what do you think about this shot clock rule? And I think I'm on the record as I don't think we need it. I'm not a shot clock proponent by any means. I'm not going to be one that, just throws his hands up and wants to complain about it all the time. I'm going to adapt, obviously, but I think it does present some challenges. I think it presents challenges as far as how it's administered, much more than it does about how the games are actually played. And I think it'll just like anything else, right? There'll be some bumps along the road. I think we're very fortunate, like when we use it at the holiday tournament, that the staff is already very familiar with how it works. And so we're going to go places, though, when it becomes mandatory at in schools, high schools, that the staff may not be very familiar with how it works, and they're learning as we go along. One of the best ideas I actually heard not too long ago was use the fresh soft games as kind of the testing ground, right? Because when I first thought about, man, we're going to use shot clock and fresh soft games, they're tough enough as it is.
Yeah.
But then someone told me, well, that's where your people learn how to do it. And it's not a bad idea, right? Because there are going to be some ins and outs to it that people are going to have to adjust to. But I'm not a huge fan, but we'll adjust. We'll make the best of what we can.
Bring it in for a year and only play it in a half or
Yeah.
quarter.
Sure.
And where both coaches say, all right, before the game, both coaches come and agree, all right, let's do it in the second half.
Sure.
And then you would have that.
And we've had some people contact us that already have them up that say, when you come to our place, we're planning on using them this year. And so I guess I'm okay with that. At your gym, we'll play by whatever rules you want it to. But the other end of that is, if we're not using it in the regional this year, why would I want to play with it in late February if I'm going to play by a different set of rules when the regional starts? And so, like I said, there's ins and outs to it all. But I think it's good that we've kind of got a little bit of experience with it, like in the holiday tournament and the shootouts and things. So when it does become mandatory, it's not, hit you like a brick wall, like, oh my gosh, this whole thing is different.
Well, and that's one thing with football. I never knew when they redid the stadium why they didn't put in the 35-second clocks up in the end. Because that's going to be the next thing in football.
Sure, absolutely.
A lot of places you go, they already got it.
And it makes it makes it tougher to me, in my opinion. It makes both football and basketball are hard enough as it is to officiate. It's darn near impossible, right? Those you go back and watch some of those postseason games. Justice does such a good job of broadcasting those, and you can go back and watch them and look how physical they are. Look how fast and intense it is. It's darn near impossible to officiate as it is, and now we're adding something else on top to that to make it even harder to officiate.
I think of that Rock Ridge game. I mean,
sure.
Where, you got there wasn't you got the gym packed. It's already a pressure packed game, and then you're adding another person at the table.
And it's going to be tough. But I think those of us that are worried about it the most are probably, I don't know, the ones that have done it for longer and are a little bit more set in our ways. And so I'm sure other people will adapt a little bit easier than I will. But we'll get through it, right? That's why I have Coach Keen and Coach Langworthy, right? They're the ones that they're just a lot smarter, and they'll know how to do things.
What it's going to help is guys that are coaching that have been at the junior college level or at the college level and are back down at the high school level. They're going to have that rhythm to be able to go right with it.
And I've had some conversations with some guys that I know that coach, college basketball, and say, okay, what do I need to know? What difference is it going to make? I keep going back to what I think is going to happen, and I may be totally wrong, is I think we're going to see a lot of teams play like 3/4 court zone, so it slows everything down. So now when you get down to your own end, now you have 26 or 27 seconds, and so you better have a lot of like zone quick hitters in your pocket, because that's what it's going to turn into.
Absolutely.
And the guys that can keep their composure and not panic when the clock gets to 10, 9, 8 are the ones that are going to do the best. They're the ones that are going to handle it the best.
And that's going to be your seasoned athletes.
Sure.
Where guys has played and relaxed, and a lot of that comes through, like you said, coaching at practice. This is the way we're going to do it. Slow things down,
Just keep your calm, right? Keep your composure, and like those will be the guys that do the best.
Yeah.
Does that mark up as a turnover in the book?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I think those are a lot of things that people might not know the answers to yet, and so.
There's always those questions. Is it a hit? Is it a hit?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Is it a turnover or not a turnover? My book could be a turnover because it's a defensive stand.
Sure.
Switching gears to football here as we prepare for the second half. What did you like out of Macomb in the first half?
I just think we're so well coached. I think our guys are disciplined. I think they run their stuff well. They play hard. I think that we've been a beneficiary of some plays that, like we talk about in basketball, were kind of 50-50 plays that we kind of were in the right position initially, and so maybe that helped us to come out positive in those plays. Just like when they snapped it and the center snapped and the quarterback wasn't ready. We were in good position, so it put us we could get that ball. And we've played some pretty decent defense. The goal line stand down here on the south end was huge there, right toward the end of the second quarter. So I feel good about it. I know we have to be on defense again to start the third quarter, but maybe we can turn them over and go down and score again.
24 minutes to go. Macomb head coach of the basketball program, Jeremy Anderson, joining us here on the halftime break. And just a few weeks away, the week of Thanksgiving, opening night against the Illini Bluffs Tigers.
That's going to be tough. We went back and watched a little bit of the game. We played them last year, and I think within the first 5 possessions of the game, they'd played 3 different defenses. And so that means you got to be ready for just about anything, and we only have 12 practices to try to get all that stuff. It's going to be a challenge.
And you got Coach Langworthy. You're giving him a challenge, too, because we got a little bit different this year where we're going to play a JV game in that week, too.
That is really, really good. At first, I thought they were going to do more than one, which I was thrilled with. Mm-hmm. They decided just to do one, but that's great for our guys. Ordinarily the JV guys, they'll practice for a month and not play. Mm-hmm. And it's just so hard to keep them interested and working hard, and this is going to give them something to look forward to there right from the get-go. So
and they get the chance to play in a Thanksgiving tournament and get to experience it before they get to the varsity level.
I think that's going to be really, really good.
All right, Macomb head coach of the basketball program, Jeremy Anderson. Hey, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. We'll see you in a couple of weeks in Bushnell, and you'll have the headset back on and recapping that first game. All right, that's Macomb head coach Jeremy Anderson. Kelly Sears is going to hop back in here. We're going to take a quick break. Back with the second half when we return after these messages.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by.
Looking for fitness, family fun, and community all in one place? The YMCA of McDonough County has it all. Swim, play, wellness for all ages. Visit 1400 East Calhoun Street or call them at 309-833-2129 to learn about membership information. Are you searching for a ride at the right price? Ron Albee Auto Sales in Macomb has quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even bad boy mowers. Visit them at 1525 East Jackson Street or call 309-836-3523. Ron Albee Auto Sales of Macomb.
You're in good hands with Macomb Allstate agent Stacy Foxall. For a free insurance review, call Allstate agent Stacy Foxall at 309-837-3233 today. At Bedwell Tree Service, they take pride in their long-time roots in McDonough County. Serving Western Illinois, they offered expert tree care with competitive fees and outstanding results. Trust the local team with a stellar reputation. Bedwell Tree Service, your leading Macomb tree care provider.
Tee off at Harry Masato Golf Course, WIU's scenic public 18-hole gym in the Lemoyne River Valley. Play a challenging, gorgeous round today. Stop by 1215 Tower Road or call them at 309-298-3676 to book your tee time today.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
We return here from the MHS Stadium, getting set for the second half of Macomb and Hillcrest in just about a minute. And, Coach, going through several different scores there from around the state, and there's several good ball games going on.
Yeah, a lot of good ball games. As I look down the list, and I'm still a guy that I think the best thing that the IHSA has ever done is that score zone.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking at a lot of teams that I've played throughout the years. Blooming Central Catholic, they're ahead. Greenville and Olympia, 24-28 Greenville at halftime. Monticello, my good buddy Cully Welter, is at Monticello, and he's up on Paris 20-8 at halftime. St. Joe Ogden ahead of Benton, which is a big surprise. Benton's 9-0, and St. Joe Ogden comes out of a tough conference. Tolono Unity's in that conference, and Monticello's in that, and they're a 5-4 team, and they're ahead 7-0 in the first quarter.
So all sorts of good things here. Before we get the second half underway, let's pause 10 seconds. Allow our network affiliates to identify themselves. Back in 10 seconds for station ID on Bomber Football from Learfield.
This is Brian Barnhart, voice of the University of Illinois Fighting Illini, and you're watching the Bomber Sports Network.
Back at the MHS Stadium, ready to go here for the second half. Hillcrest is going to get the football out of the locker room, and Macomb and Hillcrest, 24 minutes left, Coach, and going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's already been a good one. And, the big thing is see what Macomb's got up their sleeve, maybe a little onside kick here.
We'll see here. 7-6. Macomb hanging on by 1 with 24 minutes to play. Winner to the second round will play Geneseo next week, either Friday or Saturday. Probably if you're Macomb, probably looking at a Saturday game.
You know, yeah, but then again,
travel-wise, it doesn't.
We used to make that trip all the time.
Sure.
I mean, Quad Cities.
Just depends if you want the extra day of practice in there, really.
Yeah.
We'll see. Here we go. Hayden Katz out to kick here. Strap yourselves in, folks. This is second half action of Macomb Bomber football on the Bombers Sports Network. Onside kick, 3 hops, ball's still live. It'll go out of bounds just before Nolan Ho could get to it. And not necessarily a bad idea. There was kind of that watermelon kick.
Yeah, you can take that either way. Taking the ball out of Hillcrest. And Hillcrest has so many weapons. And, you could have – I was very fortunate throughout my years, and I'll throw some names out there. The Johnson boys, I think I had them for I don't know how many years, and they could place the ball anywhere I wanted it. And, that was one of Coach Harrington's thing. He would go stand, and they'd kick it right at him on the field. I mean, and we were very fortunate with that.
Hayden Katz practicing that kick quite often the last couple of weeks. Worked in the Elmwood game where you kind of place the football on the side there and just kick it right at the center. So didn't work that time. So 1st and 10 Hillcrest from the 37. 12 minutes on the clock. First play of the third quarter. Out to the left side of the field for Jamari Thomas. Still on his feet just past the 40.
Yeah, pick up about 6 or 7.
Second half action here for the Macomb Bombers and Hillcrest Hawks. Winner to the second round. Second down here for the Hawks. 2nd and 5 from the 42. 11:33 to go. Just starting the second half. Snap to Bradley. Bradley to the left. Pass nearly intercepted. Watson got a hand on it. Knocked away. Intended for Derek Streeter, number 17. Streeter's been at quarterback this afternoon, as has Anthony Bradley, who's under center right now for the Hawks.
Now, I haven't looked that far ahead, but where is the next round game going to be?
Macomb will host. Geneseo will travel no matter what, because Geneseo hosted last night. Hillcrest hasn't hosted a game, so if they win, they will. Hillcrest will host. If Macomb wins, Macomb's got a home game again next weekend. Back to throw is Bradley, looking downfield, incomplete. That intended for Jamel Adams.
Yeah, he had one hand on that, and I think he'd have been gone to the races if he'd have caught that.
So it'll bring up 4th and 5 here for the Hawks. 11:20 left, just getting the second half underway. Again, glad to have you with us. First round of the IHSA playoffs 2025.
Good defensive stop by the Bombers.
So 4th and 5 here. Hawks getting set, as are the Bombers. 11:20 on the game clock. Ball's at the 42. Punt on the way, downfield. Near the 30, it's going to roll out to about the 20, where it will be downed. And the Bombers will take over. 1st and 10.
That was a pretty good punt, about a 40-yarder.
Yeah, a really good one there from Hillcrest. And now Macomb, first look at the football in the second half. What do you want to see out of this opening drive here, Coach?
The biggest thing is you got the lead, run the football, get a lot of first downs, eat some time off the clock, and put it in the end zone to go ahead. Or go ahead by 2 scores.
11:11 left here in the third quarter, second half. Caden Nupp out there for the first time out of the locker room. Nupp, pitch pass to Watson. Watson up the right side of the field, still on his feet. Gets 1 or 2 yards there for Macomb. So Hillcrest makes the stop there. Ends up being a 3-yard gain. Be up 2nd and 7 from the 24. Tanner Horrell directing traffic from the sideline. Knupp awaits the snap. Snapped it up, back to throw. Pass caught near the 30-yard line. Looked like Carter Havens, number 11 for Macomb, making the catch. Be just short of a first down. Nonetheless, though, good pass.
Got about 2 yards, 3rd and 2. Probably going to see Drake May on the carry, I would assume.
Probably. Third and 2 from the 29. Knupp, quarterback keeper. He's got room to run. Gets it. First down, Bombers. Up past the 35-yard line.
Nice run by Knupp. And that's something that we haven't seen a
No.
lot of.
Say, Tanner Horrell, we've seen some of that throughout the season, but none of that today. Quarterback keeper there from Knupp. And Knupp takes it right across and gets the first down for the Bombers. Knupp to Watson. Watson still on his feet. Up to the 45-yard line. Ball comes out loose, but he was down before they take it the other way. Seven, 6 Macomb Bombers by 1 in this first-round playoff game. 9:12 left here and counting in this third quarter. It's got to be 2nd and 1 from the 46 for the Bombers. Snapped it up. Hand away. Pile on that one.
I think he got the first down.
Looked like it. Chang-Gang will move it. They'll say first down. Good Chang-Gang crew over there. Coach Tanner Scott's in the house.
I was on my way walking over here today, and he picked me up.
There you go. Probably taught you a couple rules of the road, too. Life lessons. Knupp, ready to go here under center. 1st and 10, new set from the 48. Knupp will hand it away to Havens, gets tripped up in motion.
So I lost of 2.
Just about. Yep. So it'll bring up 2nd and 12. 8-minute mark.
I'm right on target with the mathematician upstairs, or next door, I should say.
7-6 Bombers. Third quarter here. Knupp under center. 2nd and 12 from the 46-yard line. 7:53 left. Knupp, hand away to Drake May. Can't go anywhere, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Big 3rd down play. 3rd and 12.
Be a loss of 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Bombers here. Knupp will go receive directions from the sideline. Got to make a big play here and get this place to come alive. Bombers hanging on by 1. 7-6 here. 7:23 left, third quarter. 3rd and 13 from the 45-yard line. Knupp, 3 steps back, looking downfield. Pass, incomplete. Intended for Kyler Norton downfield near the 20-yard line, and that will bring out Hayden Katz. 3 and out for the Macomb Bombers.
The last couple punts have been very close to being blocked. They've been real
right there.
Close.
Cats will get set to go here. 7-6 Macomb by 1. Kick is high into the air. Near the 30-yard line. Takes 1 hop. And Bombers will down it just past the 30. Turnover, and it will be Hillcrest football going the other way. Kick is high So Hillcrest will take over here, and now advantage Hillcrest as they'll get the opportunity to maybe take a lead on Macomb here. Macomb 7, Hillcrest 6. No scoring in the second quarter. Last score we saw, 2:57 mark of the first quarter, it was Macomb tying things up 6-6, and then Hayden Katz punching it through to make it a 1-point lead. So 1st and 10, Hillcrest going the other way.
Got an empty set.
Derek Streeter back at quarterback for the Hawks. They roll to the left, and the Macomb defense bring them near the out of bounds. Clock will keep rolling here. 6:50 to play. Brings up 2nd down for Hillcrest.
Nolan Hogue on the tackle. Nolan's had a very nice ball game.
He has, and a great senior year. Just one of those key pieces Macomb definitely going to miss next year. Him and Drew Watson as well, not just in football but basketball there too. 2nd and 11 for the Hawks from the 27. Hillcrest trying to get set. Carmichael out there for Hillcrest. Waiting the snap. High snap to Streeter. Looking. Deep downfield. Watson picked off, and it's intercepted by the Macomb Bombers. And the crowd will come alive. And Macomb getting a little bit of momentum back on their end.
Yeah, excellent play by Drew Watson, picking up the interception.
So the Bombers will take it back, going the other way from our right to left now. 1st and 10, Macomb. And the Bombers now an opportunity. And now the scoreboard has went out. That's certainly been an issue all year long, and now this really, you don't have the scoreboard operating, and it's not fixed, and now really this is going to hurt Macomb here because it's going to kill some momentum that you just picked up on the interception.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And is it back on?
It's back on now, but that's.
Does it come back on with the exact time?
Has to wonder. I didn't look and see it in time. 6 minutes on the game clock. 7-6 Bombers. 1st and 10. Drake May finding a path, breaks free up to center field in the 50-yard line. 1st down Bombers. $12-yard gain there for Drake May, and he's guiding the Bombers downfield. Caden up, getting everybody set. Clock will keep rolling here. 5:50 to play, 3rd quarter. Macomb by 1, 7-6. Drake May, the ball carrier, still on his feet. Just past the 50. Just about the 47. Lucas on the stop for Hillcrest.
He came up a little gingerly on his knee.
Yes, he did. Got to come out. Training staff going to take a quick look at May. Snap to Nupp. Handoff Havens. He breaks through.
Another 1st down.
For another 1st down near the 40-yard line, and the Bombers got some confidence going. 5:09 to go here. Going to be a new set of downs. Seven-yard gain. That's good for a Macomb Bomber 1st down. So new set here from the 41. Handoff to Havens again. Up just short of the 35. Four-yard gain.
Moving the ball and, keeping the ball on the ground, eating the clock up. This is what the Bombers have to do to secure a victory.
Absolutely. 4:15 to go, 2nd and 5 from the 36. Caden Up thought Hillcrest topped off sides there. They didn't call anything. Official's going to move in a little closer to watch. Nup, snap, pass is caught near the 30. It's Norton on the catch for the Bombers.
Nice catch. And as we alluded to earlier, Tyler Norton's had a very nice ball game.
Kyler indeed has having a great contest, been a key in this ball game for the Macomb Bombers. 5-yard gain there brings up 3rd and 1. 3.5 to play here. Ball's at the 31-yard line. Chance to get another first down. Nupp takes the snap, hands it away to McFeeters. McFeeters on the play. Did he get it?
It's going to be close.
It is going to be very close. Tanner Horrell and the Macomb coaching staff pointing and saying, we got it. Are we going to get a measurement? Yep. Yes, we are. So this is.
I don't think he got it. As looking, it's so where you don't know how much slack's in those chains.
That's right. You ever wonder if that chain's long enough at times when you're down there on the sideline coaching?
The worst one I ever. Now, see how he pulled that time?
Yes, he did.
I had an official one time.
Got to be 4th and inches. Didn't get it.
We were so close that he took a credit card and slid it between the nose of the ball. I said, that's first down. That's got to be a first down. We're about 6 inches short. This is a huge play right here.
Really big. First down opportunity. It's 4th and inches from the 31-yard line. 3:23 left in the third quarter. Huge play here for the Macomb Bombers on 4th down. Hanging on by 1. Tush push. He got it.
The biggest thing on that quarterback, if you looked at that, the quarterback with not being under center much, his first step was a drop step backwards, and he already lost a yard. But he had a good push to get the first down, but he's got to be in going forward.
100%. 7-6 Bombers, new set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 29 as we hit the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Thanks for spending your afternoon with us. It's round 1 of the IHSA 4A playoffs from the Tarmac MHS Stadium in Macomb, Illinois. 1st and 10 Bombers here. Nupp takes the snap, pitch to Watson. Watson at the right side of the field, still on his feet, and he's knocked out of bounds, grabbed by the coaching staff of Hillcrest over there.
What do you get, about 1?
Maybe 1, yeah.
2.
Official's going to come in and spot the ball now. We'll see officially. No gain. So 2nd and 10 Bombers, and the scoreboard just went out again. And the officials are going to call it dead, and so we have a pause on the field. No scoreboard. Tanner Horrell frustrated as he should be.
Is it back on?
It's back on. 2:41, 2nd and 10 from the 29. But every time that scoreboard goes out, these officials are doing the right thing. You got to pause the game, especially with it being a playoff game. Quarterback handoff, Drake May. Couldn't find anything. That'll bring up 3rd down.
What I want to know is that if the scoreboard goes out during play,
who's keeping the clock? Somebody's got to be.
In the old school days, there was an official that kept an official clock, and
very similar to soccer.
Yeah,
where you have the game clock on the field too.
Yeah, and I don't think we have that anymore.
No. At least not in these lower level games. Mm-hmm. I'm sure once you get, of course, to the state finals towards the end of the year, you'll have that, but not in these games, I don't think. Nupp takes the snap, rolling deep, pass is caught near the 20-yard line. It's Drew Watson making the catch. It will be a first down. What a catch by Watson there.
Nice play by Watson. Knew his surroundings, knew where he was at, and knew where the sticks were. As a receiver, you got to always know where the sticks are to be able to get that first down.
7-6 Bombers, 1:45 left here in the third quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Snapped and up. Quarterback keeper gets tripped. Ooh, tripped up. Maurice Garrett on the stop there. It'll bring up second down. .105 to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 18 for the Macomb Bomber offense. Preparing to head to the final quarter of play. Knupp under center, takes the snap, looking, left side of the field, pass, incomplete. Pass interference, Coach?
If it was, it might have been on the orange. If you saw Hogue.
Yes, kind of push.
Hogue, he pushed that receiver back.
Mm-hmm. But again, I think that goes back to what you mentioned earlier in the game where Macomb hasn't really seen that type of play.
Yes.
So you're just not used to it.
Yeah, and, and that's one of the things. Those guys are physical with them all the way down till the ball's in the air.
Absolutely. Going to be 3rd and 10 from the 19, 43-5 left in the third quarter. Caden Knupp, Bomber offense back to the line here. Tanner Horrell directing traffic. Knupp delivers the play here. 3rd down here. Big 3rd down for Macomb. And what do we got? We got a flag on the play.
Or timeout. Oh, man.
Delay of game, that's big.
The back judge, he's got to be counting. When he goes to that count, you better start hurrying it up.
So Bombers will regroup here. It's going to be 3rd and 15 now from the 24. After the penalty. 43-5 still on the game clock. Knupp takes the snap. Hands off Havens. Left side of the field. Still on his feet. Well short of the 20-yard line. Jaden Lucas on the stop. Clock still rolling. 25 seconds left. 4th and 14.
Do we have the leg from here?
That's what you got to wonder. Tanner Horrell. Somebody injured? We're gonna let the clock run out, I think.
Looks like they're taping up Knupp's hand.
Yeah. Clock's going to run out. We're going to head to the fourth quarter with a 7-6 Macomb lead. We'll take a short break. When we return, the final 12 minutes of regulation. After these messages, this is the Bombers Sports Network.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by
Protect what matters most with Pumo Insurance Agency. Serving Macomb since 1953, they offer auto, home, commercial, and even farm coverage. Visit them at 19 Eastside Square or call 309-833-4194. Pumo Insurance. Experience you can count on.
At Bedwell Tree Service, they take pride in their long-time roots in McDonough County. Serving Western Illinois, they offered expert tree care with competitive fees and outstanding results. Trust the local team with a stellar reputation. Bedwell Tree Service, your leading Macomb tree care provider. You're watching Macomb Bomber football on the Bombers Sports Network.
All right, welcome back to the MHS Stadium, tarmac. And, Coach, right here, 12 minutes on the game clock. This is what you play for all year long.
Yeah, and, it's 4th down. And what have we got, 6, 8?
4th and 14.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, 4th and 14
okay.
From the 23.
All right, I was looking at it. But 4th and 14, you got to have something up your sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I told you a second ago, hey, bring that field goal team on. And anybody that's ever played for me or ever played the game, they know what fire means. And let's throw a little fire in there and have a little fake field goal.
The Macomb Bombers got to send out Knupp. They're going to go for it here. Knupp will pitch it. Fake, quarterback, end zone, pass, intercepted.
I don't
But
know.
a flag on the play. Jaden Lucas initially intercepting the pass. There is a flag down on the field.
It looked clean on both sides to me.
I thought so. Officials will talk it over. We'll see what the call ends up being.
I think it's going to be pass interference against Hillcrest.
Yep. Here we go.
Yes.
It will be. Pass interference against Hillcrest is the call. I think the fans in the stands, I think they know Macomb might have got lucky on that one.
Well, I will tell you, former player of mine, Luke Hurd down there, looked at me like with a look on his face that you saw it too.
So that's half the distance to the goal line on the penalty. Replay 4th down, and if you're Macomb, you got to take advantage of this one now.
You know what? I always said I'd rather be lucky and good.
4th and 3 from the 12. 7 seconds off the game clock. 11:53 left here in the 4th quarter. Nupp tries to draw the Hillcrest team off sides. Doesn't work. Tanner Worrell makes the play call. 11:53 left. 4th and 3 from the 12. Nupp takes the snap. 3 steps back. Looking right side. Pass caught. End zone. Touchdown. Macomb Bombers. It's a touchdown to none other than Kyler Norton, who gets into the end zone, and the Bombers have a 13-6 lead at the 11:49 mark.
He's been a player all year long coming up with big plays, and he just did enough. Nupp threw a great ball, and Norton has just been lights out.
So Kyler Norton makes the catch. Hayden Katz coming out. And Norton goes from the hero now to the holding position. And oh my.
That was Macomb.
No.
It depends on if he moved
We'll see who moved first.
Nope.
Hillcrest.
I guess he did jump.
Yep.
I saw the Macomb player step back, and I thought that was him.
So now, Coach, do you stick with going for the PAT or do you go for 2?
I told you before, I'd have went for 2 from the very beginning. Because this is going to put us, 14-6?
14-6.
And they don't have a field goal kicker.
Mm-hmm. Hayden Katz going to stay out there. Bombers 13, Hillcrest 6. Snap.
Got it.
Kick on the way. It's good. It's a 14-6 lead on this Saturday afternoon for the Macomb Bombers in round 1 of the playoffs. We will pause for a quick break. This is the BSN from Learfield.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
We're back here. It's IHSA 4A playoff football round 1. Macomb 14, Hillcrest 6. Hayden Katz heading back out to kick this one back to the Hawks. And, Coach, the big question here is we saw Macomb with a lead against Farmington late in the game, and we saw that one kind of go the wrong way. So the big thing is, like we mentioned at the beginning of the game, is keep your composure through these late stretches.
Oh, without a doubt. And let's just hope that the scoreboard stays on so the clocks will tick
kidding.
off. I mean, that's something that needs to be fixed here.
11:49 to go in the contest. Macomb 14, Hillcrest 6. And does Macomb have the football? I think we do. The Bombers have it. It's recovered by Jonathan Powell. Coming up huge. And the celebration on the Macomb sideline and the Macomb faithful. And now you got to get, this is where you can get flagged here, Coach, where you get all,
excessive celebration.
Yeah, you be excited, but let's be excited in the orange.
Act like you've been there before.
No, exactly. But that's huge there for Macomb. They're going to take over back on the offensive end. 11:48 to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 Bombers from the 47. Officials will call the play live. Pitch pass to Watson. We got a flag on the field before the play started.
Legal procedure.
Yep.
be against Macomb.
Yep. So dead ball false start against the Bombers, 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Now 1st and 15.
1st and 15 Bombers now from the 48. Knupp takes a snap. He'll hand it to Drake May. May finds a path upfield to the 45. 11:30 left in the ball game. Clock will keep rolling. And I think of course, Tanner Horrell, one of his strong suits is clock management. And you got to be smart with the game clock, too, on these drives.
Yeah, you really have to. And, you got the lead. And like I said before, they have so many weapons that you don't want to put the ball in their hands.
No.
And granted, they've had a lot of miscues, but still they got those weapons.
11 minutes to play here. Knupp back to throw, looking deep downfield. Havens, the intended receiver. It goes incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Bombers. Be 3rd and 8 from the 45. 11:02 on the game clock. So the Bombers will talk things over here. 11:02 left in the contest. Macomb 14, Hillcrest 6. And we have a flag on the play. False start against the Bombers, and that's a big mistake there. Brings up 3rd and 13. Back you up even more. Going to be 3rd and 13, right on the 50. Center field with 10:56 to play. Macomb trying to get a 1st down here, keep this drive alive. Knupp takes a snap, rolls to the right. Pass is incomplete to Watson. Hit the ground before he caught it, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, back in the days when you had real grass, that would have been a questionable call because that player would have rolled over, handed the official the ball and said, "I caught it."
Exactly.
And
you wouldn't have all the
black stuff flying up.
Yep, the tire pieces.
But you could see that was an incomplete pass from 40 miles away because all that black stuff flying up.
Yep. 4th down for the Bombers. Hayden Katz comes out to punt it away. 10:44 to go. It's 4th down for the Bombers. Katz will kick it high into the air, and Hillcrest back to receive. Takes a big hop and brought down near just past the 30-yard line. The Hawks are. Seth McLemore is the returner. 1st and 10 Hillcrest. They'll go the other way.
Norton had a nice hit on that.
He did.
A very big hit.
He having just an outstanding game today for the Bombers.
Yes.
He really probably end up being player of the game for Macomb here.
I like the way he's played, and also Nolan Hogue. Nolan Hogue had a nice ball game.
1st and 10 from the 32 for the Hawks. They're going to play fast. Handoff for the Hawks to Jamari Thomas up the right side of the field, still on his feet, up to the 50. Room to run still. All the way to the 45-yard line, and 1st down and more. Jamari Thomas, downfield, tackled by Hogue. It'll be a new 1st down for the Hawks. Clock will keep rolling. 10:18 to play here. 1st and 10 from the 45. Bradley back to throw, looking downfield. Havens is there, almost had it for an interception.
Good coverage by Havens.
Very good coverage. Second and 10 from the 45 upcoming here for the Hawks of Hillcrest. 10:09 to play. Bradley takes the snap, hands it away to Thomas. Couple of yards there, just past the 45. Maybe a 1-yard gain. Yep. It's going to be 3rd and 9 with 9:50 to play. Ball's at the 44 here, and yet another opportunity for the Macomb defense to step up and get a stop.
Yeah, this is big, very big. Another 3rd and long.
3rd and 9 from the 44 for the Hawks. Snap to Bradley. Back to throw. Under pressure. In trouble. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down for the Hawks. Bradley slow to get up, and he's down. Oh. He's limping. Quarterback Anthony Bradley. He's going to head off to the sideline. And we have a timeout on the field called by Hillcrest. We'll pause for one as well. That's their first of the half. We'll be back after these local messages. This is the Bomber Sports Network.
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Back here at the MHS Stadium in Macomb, Illinois. I want to congratulate cross country. They had a great meet today. Ella McKee, one of the advancing members of the on the girls' side. So congratulations to her. She's going to state in cross country. Here we go. 4th down for the Hawks. Got to be 4th and 9 from the 44. Snap to Bradley. Back out at quarterback. Under pressure. Rolls to his left. Flag down on the field. Throws up a prayer. It's deflected by the Macomb Bombers. We'll check the flag. And Bradley, slow to get up again there. I don't think he's feeling very good right now.
No, he is hurting.
So we'll check the flag here. Holding against Hillcrest. Declined. That's a turnover on downs, Bomber football. So the Bombers will take back over. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. 9:20 to play in the contest. First and 10 Bombers from our left to right as we see it from the press box at the MHS Stadium in Macomb, Illinois. Receivers to the right and left. Handoff to Drake May. May finds a path up past midfield right at the 50-yard line before he's brought down.
Little misdirection.
Be 2nd and 4. So the Bombers will talk things over here. Going to be 2nd and 4 from the center of the field. 8:50 to play here. That clock's still winding down. And the Bombers can use that to their advantage with a 14-6 lead. Nupp takes the snap. Out to the right for Carter Havens. Havens on his feet. Past the 45-yard line. That will be good enough for a Macomb Bomber. 1st down.
How much time we got?
We got 8:35 left. The clock just started rolling again as the chain gang gets set. Going to be 1st and 10 Bombers from the 44. So new set here for Caden Nupp and the Macomb offense. Snap, pitch to Watson. Watson at the left side of the field, still on his feet. Up near the 35, just short of it. Drew Watson doing his job. 7:50 to play. It'll be 2nd and 3. Another chance for a first down for the Bombers. Second and 3 from the 37, 7:25 to play. Nupp takes the snap, hand off to Drake May, up the middle of the field and to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain there from Drake May. So that will be good enough for another Macomb first down. And we're down to 7 minutes left in the contest. That clock's still rolling here.
Yeah, and, Macomb's on slow play. The ball's not being snapped until the official's doing the countdown, which you have to do.
6:53 to go. Macomb 14, Hillcrest 6. Winner to play Geneseo next weekend. Snap to Nubb, handoff, 360 by Drake May. May still on his feet, brought down near the 30. Bring up 2nd down. Jaden Simmons on the stop for Hillcrest. (14-6). Macomb with the lead. 2nd and 10 from the 30. And what do we got? Timeout, Macomb. Tanner Horrell takes a timeout. We will as well.
Didn't like what he saw with the linebacker was patting the tackle, and they had a little inside stunt going on and didn't like it, so it called timeout, which he has them. I mean,
yep.
Those timeouts don't carry over to next week. You might as well use them.
Exactly right.
And he's way ahead. So.
14-6. And, again, the winner of this contest will play Geneseo. That game set to go next weekend, probably what we've heard on the Macomb end, likely going to be Saturday night. Altruza is here at the high school during the day, so that could obviously affect some of the game day logistics in there. So
that would be another reason why you'd have it on Friday night.
Yeah, and say you could play Friday night. It just
is Western at home, or are they on the road?
Western is at home next week.
Another reason. I know a lot of times that we had to work around the Altrusa Bazaar because of parking, and we started a couple times like at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and I hated that. And there were years Western was having a good year, we were having a good year, and we didn't want to split our crowd down the middle.
Sure. Bombers back out there here. 5:55 left. Nupp fires a pass. End zone. Just a little too much for Kyler Norton on that one. It goes incomplete. Brings up 3rd down for Macomb. 5:52 left. Game clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Macomb leading this one 14-6. Again, the winner of this plays Geneseo next week, round 2 of the playoffs. Game will be played at the winner of this game's school. So either Hillcrest or Macomb. Geneseo's traveling no matter what. Nupp takes the snap, handoff Drake May, and he's tackled. Pile on him.
Really not much of a game.
No. That'll bring up 4th down. Fourth and 9 for the Bombers. They're going to go for it. Big 4th down play here for the Bombers. 4th and 9 from the 29 with 5:17 to play in the contest. Nupp receiving directions from the sideline here. 4th down here. Snapped it up. Looking, under pressure, pass. In and out of the hands of Drew Watson. Thought he had it. And it goes incomplete. Turnover on downs. First down at Hillcrest, but there's a flag on the play.
Where that's probably a hold.
We'll see. Officials are going to come in and confer. Here we go.
Block below the waist.
Yep.
Flag was against Macomb for illegal chop block. It is declined.
The illegal chop block against Macomb declined. Turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Hillcrest. And now you got 5 minutes here, a little over 5 minutes, 5:02 left in the contest. And this is where Dave Wilson and the defense have to shine.
Yeah, you gotta have a 3 and out here.
What do we got here? We got injured player. I'm not sure how that's an official's timeout because he's off to the sideline, so I don't know.
Or was it equipment?
Might have been. It could have been that the clip on the
shoulder pad.
Yeah.
Let's look at what they were working on.
So that Hillcrest player will head to the sideline. Officials will call the play live. 1st and 10 Hillcrest from the 29. 5 minutes left in the contest. Bradley at quarterback, under pressure. Still looking. Downfield pass will go incomplete and out of bounds. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. .454 left in the contest. Macomb hanging on to a 14-6 lead. Trying to get to the second round for the first time since 2022. Snap to Bradley. Looking. Deep downfield. Pass is nearly intercepted. In and out of the hands of Drew Watson. And, man, that really could have changed the whole ball game right there.
Yes, that would have sealed the deal
Yes.
for the Bombers.
4:48 left. That brings up 3rd down here for the Hawks. 3rd and 10 from the 29.
Yeah, and 4th down here, they got to go for it.
Yes.
Also.
So Hillcrest will line things up here. 3rd down. Snap to Bradley. Looking. Pass is intercepted by the Macomb Bombers. They'll go down on it. Huge catch from none other than Big Game Bill. Nolan Hogue steps up, and that right there could be the ball game that will send Macomb to the second round of the IHSA 4A playoffs.
Yeah, that was a nice play, and the Hillcrest players are going to look back on that. The guy was wide open and he just got ready, and he got the ball. The Hillcrest player tipped it.
14-6, turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Macomb Bombers going the other way with 4:41 left in the contest. Caden Nutt back out there, takes the snap, hands it to Drake May, fakes the pass, and May will bring it up about an inch short of the 35-yard line.
Now's where you got to be slow off the pile, take your time.
Just advantage Macomb all the way here. Macomb, 2 timeouts left for Hillcrest. 4:15 to play in the contest, and Macomb will go back to the line here. We approach the 4-minute mark. Back to the line here for Nupp. Nupp will take it. Looking downfield. Pass incomplete. Intended for Drew Watson with 3:55 left on the game clock. Bring up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 from the 36, 3:55 left in the ball game on this Saturday afternoon in Macomb. Snapped it up, handoff to Havens. He'll take it up. Still short of the first down. Hillcrest will take a timeout. We will pause for one as well really quick. Back after this, it's 14-6. The Macomb Bombers lead the Hillcrest Hawks after these messages.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by.
Are you searching for a ride at the right price? Ron Elby Auto Sales in Macomb has quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even bad boy mowers. Visit them at 1525 East Jackson Street or call 309-836-3523. Ron Elby Auto Sales of Macomb.
You're in good hands with Macomb Allstate agent Stacy Foxall. For a free insurance review, call Allstate agent Stacy Foxall at 309-837-3233 today.
Fresh, local, and convenient. At Jackson Street Market, we've got everything you need. From the daily essentials and friendly service, stop in today and see why we're more than just a market. We're your neighborhood store. Jackson Street.
We are back here at the MHS Stadium. 14-6 the score. 4th and 10 from the 37 for the Macomb Bombers. 3:48 on the game clock. Nupp back to throw on 4th down. Looking downfield. Pass on the way. It's caught. Drew Watson. End zone. Touchdown. Macomb Bombers. And it's good for a touchdown to Drew Watson, and the Macomb faithful love it. And the Bombers take a 20-6 lead at the 3:39 mark.
Yeah, nice ball by Nupp. Nupp's grown into a very nice quarterback.
A lot of growth from that first game in Rushville. And Hayden Katz coming through. Kick on the way, up right through the middle. The Macomb Bombers can feel it. Just a couple of minutes away from the second round of the IHSA playoffs, a 21-6 lead. Back after these messages on the BSN.
This presentation of Macomb Bomber football is brought to you by.
Looking for your next ride? At Kunis Country of Macomb, we've got the selection, the service, and the savings you deserve, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between. Drive home today with confidence. Visit us on East Jackson Street or call 309-837-5757. Kunis Country of Macomb. Life is always full of changes. Make sure you're covered. Abram Olson at Country Financial in Macomb is here to protect what matters most. Visit 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb or call him at 309-836-2885. Abram Olson at Country Financial.
We return to the MHS Stadium. It's 21-6. The Macomb Bombers with the lead, and big catch and TD from Nupp to Watson. 3:39 left in the ball game, and Hayden Katz has got the ball down on the field. Not going to tee it up here, Coach.
Nope, they're going to try it again. Putting a lot of faith starting that short in your defense.
3.5 minutes left in the first round of the IHSA playoffs. Macomb 21, Hillcrest 6. And the Macomb Bombers back on the defensive end.
No penalties. Keep everybody in front of you up front.
Hillcrest still on their feet and brought down. It is Maurice Garrett, the ball carrier. Snap to Bradley, looking. Under some pressure, tosses. Caught. Oh.
Good hit.
Big hit. Haven slow to get up. He took a big hit there.
Gain of 19 yards and good for Hillcrest, first down.
Bradley back to throw. Pass out of bounds on first down and 10 from the 33. 2:59 left in the ball game. Snap to Bradley. Looking. Wide open field. Flag down on the play. Bradley still on his feet. Finally throws it out of bounds. We'll check the flag.
Hold. 58 was laying on top of one of our linemen.
Holding against the Hawks. Down to 250 here, and Macomb fans starting to feel that second round berth coming.
Just keep your composure these last couple minutes and just play good and hard.
A 10-yard penalty there. 2:50 to go, second and 20 from the 42. Bradley takes the snap. On second down, looking downfield, pass is caught by Adams, and he's brought down near the 15-yard line. Adams makes the catch for Hillcrest. 21-6 Bombers. Macomb defense has got to step up here. Going to be new set of downs here with 2.5 to play here in the contest. Snap to Bradley. Bradley still on his feet. Pass is caught near the 10 by Jacob Johnson.
Yeah, he should have tried to get out of bounds. I don't think he could have.
No. 2:15 to play in the ball game. Hillcrest has one timeout remaining. Second down Hillcrest, and we have a timeout on the field called by the Macomb Bombers. What do you think there, Coach?
Yeah, the thing about it is I think Coach Wilson just wants to give the kids a break, get a rest, and
get a little composure.
Hey, here we are. We got the lead. Let's just relax, do our assignments, do the things that we got, and that's a good call on Macomb's part, calling that timeout.
Absolutely. Again, Macomb seeking their first round one playoff win since 2022 against Quincy Notre Dame. They beat them 28-14 in round one here just a couple of years ago. It's been 3 years. Hard to believe it's been that long. 3 years ago, and Macomb.
Who did they play in the second round?
Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro,
yeah. It was that Murfreesboro game. And obviously no chance to see Murfreesboro in the 4A playoffs. They didn't make it this year, going 4-5 in the regular season. Here we go. 2nd and 4 from the 11 with 2:06 to play for the Hillcrest Hawks. Snap to Bradley. Looking. Under pressure. He's going to throw up a prayer into the end zone. Incomplete. Intended receiver Derek Streeter wasn't there. 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Now, Coach, you're just 2 stops away.
Yeah, biggest thing is I don't know why they didn't run the ball and get the first down.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, but anybody knows me, I'm a run guy, so.
RTFF.
Too many things bad can happen. And I'm a percentage guy when you throw the football. And 2 of them are bad.
3rd and 4 from the 11. 1:58 left in the ball game. It's Hillcrest football. Bradley takes the snap, loses the football, looking, in trouble, brought down, ball comes out loose. The play called dead, and it's 4th down. McPeters comes in, makes the huge stop. 11-yard loss there for the Bombers. 4th down.
Something we haven't seen all game, a screen pass by either team.
Hillcrest will call their final timeout of the game. We'll pause for one last one as well. 21-6, the Macomb Bombers hanging on with the big lead here late in the 4th quarter. Back after this on the BSN.
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
We return here from the MHS Stadium in Macomb, Illinois. It is 21-6, the Macomb Bombers with the advantage over the Hillcrest Hawks. 1:33 to play in the ball game. It's 4th and 15 from the 22 for the Hillcrest Hawks. One last chance here for Hillcrest. Bradley takes the snap, looking. Under pressure, he's brought down just like that. Tanner Horrell holds up 2 fingers and says, let's go to the 2nd round of the 4A playoffs. And that was a huge stop there from the Macomb defense very quickly.
Very big, very big.
1st and 10 Bombers from their own 32. There's going to be some celebrating in Bomber country tonight. What a first-round win. Clock will keep rolling here, 1:23 to go.
You know, the thing about it is the game's still going on, and the Macomb guys are going to have to – they were just standing there, and the Hillcrest guys –
They came in.
They came in. I mean, you got to protect yourself.
So the clock will get rolling here. 60 seconds left. We'll have a live post-game reaction. Macomb coach Tanner Horrell will make his way up here. And maybe one more knee, and that will do it. But the Macomb Bombers going to be victorious for the first time since 2022 in the IHSA 4A playoffs. The Bombers survive in advance to round 2 of the IHSA Class 4A playoffs. Final score, Macomb 21, Hillcrest 16. What a game, Coach.
Excellent ball game by the Bombers. You know, really kept their composure, played well, and did the things down the stretch that it took to win the ball game.
Unbelievable. The celebration just beginning here in Bomber country. Macomb will play in the 2nd round of the IHSA 4A playoffs. And, of course, Tanner Horrell said and Dave Wilson said coming in here, you don't just want to make the playoffs. You can't just be satisfied with that. You want to go into the playoffs and win, and Macomb did just that today.
Yeah, and, you know, it's in the playoffs, and you want to make a track all the way down. And, you know, I've been to quarters, semis, all the way down, and actually even in the state championship game. And you're not happy till you get there.
Exactly.
You gotta get there. 1 game, 2 games. You want to make some noise.
The celebration is going to begin on the tarmac turf. 21-6, the final score, and Macomb. Now you look ahead and you got to get ready for a really talented Geneseo team that's going to come here next week.
Well, this is a big test, and I'm going to go back a few years in which at one point in time, the Western Big Six wanted Macomb to come in.
Yes.
So I guess we'll find out if playing a Western Big Six school, if you can compete at that level.
And we'll see a huge crowd here next weekend with Geneseo, just a short drive from up top here. Go celebrate, says Tanner Horrell, and this is a really cool part because here come the Orange Crush and the faithful. Something that's going to be remembered for a long time, and I know, Coach, you remember these moments, and I think something these kids will remember for a long time, and they could say they won a playoff game on their home turf.
Yeah, it's a there's not a better feeling than winning a playoff game, and you do the things that you have to do to win these ball games, and once you get to the second level, and when I mean second level, I mean the playoffs, there are no give-me's.
No
give-me's at all.
The celebration is on here in Bomber Country. The Macomb Bombers are moving on to the IHSA playoffs in round number 2. They will face the Geneseo Maple Leafs out of the Western Big Six Conference next week. Again, from what we've heard, likely going to be a Saturday night game. And but we'll see. Obviously, all those details come out later, probably tonight or early tomorrow morning. We'll get all those details squared away. But you look at this Macomb team. They come in. They wanted to win a game. They check that box. And Geneseo coming to town next week. Geneseo, a team, they're going to come off a lot of momentum, too, getting that nail-biting win in round number 1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that team's been tested. They've been tested all year long. And, it's they're a good football team, no doubt about it.
Macomb head coach Tanner Horrell making his way in here. Coach Sears is going to – it's all right, Rich. Coach Sears is going to pass the headset here momentarily, and the celebration is still happening on field. Coach trying to catch his breath. And well, Coach, we said this morning, and you said yesterday, Coach Wilson said the same thing. You can't just be satisfied with making the playoffs. You wanted to win one, and you guys win your first playoff game since 2022 in round 1.
Yeah, that was an outstanding football game. Tough game. Both teams didn't play a ton of guys. Everybody left it out there, and hard-nosed defense, both sides of the football. I thought the defenses played really well. We did enough to put 21 points up.
The defensive end was really kind of the story this afternoon, a low-scoring contest till that second half. What was preached on the defensive end going into this today?
It was stop the run, contain the running backs and the quarterbacks, make them put the football in the air, and we thought our DBs could make plays, and that's exactly what we saw. They got us one time. A little mismatch, not the matchup we wanted, but we stopped them and tackled them at like the 6, I think, and then we got a goal line stop there, and that's something this team's done time and time again this year.
Really, Coach Sears and I were talking about throughout the game, Kyler Norton really stepping up huge today in several different situations. What can you say about the growth from him this year?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of known it was in there. He started as a freshman 2 years ago, so he's played a lot of football as a junior already, and Coach Ogle said at halftime he thought that fake bubble seam route was going to be there, and Kyler made a nice catch and made a really nice ball. We just missed a couple other ones, but we'll make those next week.
And you got a talented Geneseo team coming here next week. They win a nail-biter last night, and what can you say about the upcoming week? Survive and advance.
Yeah, they have a really good head coach over there, the mastermind behind the defense that stopped East St. Louis a couple times.
Yep.
So they're going to be a hard-nosed run football team. We're going to have to defend the option, and then we're going to have to do a little better job of sustaining drives, and when we get inside the 20, punch them in. Every possession matters, and their defense is really good. They can score as well, so be a great second-round playoff game.
You know the feeling from a couple of years ago. Some of these kids weren't quite old enough to experience that, But those of us that were know the celebration and just the feel-good moment of the rest of the weekend here. How proud of you are you of these kids?
Oh, a ton. You know, this I love this group. I don't think there's been one day where we've dreaded going to practice or wanted it to be over because the effort wasn't there. It's every day you look forward to going to practice and hanging out with these kids for 2 hours or an hour and a half, and they want to be there. You know, they know when to joke and they know when to rein it in and be focused. So I'm really happy we could do it for another week and hopefully a couple more after that.
9 wins in 1922, 1989, 94, 95, 98, 2012. You had 10 in 2022, but you just added a 9-win season here in 2025. Pretty good feeling, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Wins are not easy. So any win that you can get, you celebrate, get 24 hours and celebrate. Maybe this one's about 10 hours whenever we get that Geneseo film. I'm probably going to turn it on. It's what I'm going to fall asleep to tonight and be ready to go next Saturday night, it looks like.
Go enjoy the celebration, Coach. That's survive in advance, and let's do it again next weekend.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach Sears. I learned a lot from you, too.
Congratulations. This is a great ball.
That's great. Congratulations, Coach. Well done. And Rich did a hell of a job on the camera work. We'll have Coach Sears back here momentarily. The celebration is just beginning. The Macomb Bombers are going on to the next round of the IHSA playoffs, and it's a mayhem down on the turf right now. The Bombers moving on to the second round for the first time since 2022, and a true celebration happening now and will happen throughout the rest of the weekend, but it'll be a quick celebration for the Macomb fans and Macomb coaches as they eventually will turn their attention to Geneseo. And again, we'll get all that game time and information out in the next hours or so. We'll see where we go from here, but Macomb High School will be the host site for next weekend's game. So that's one positive out of all this, and the Bombers will get to play on their home field once again next weekend in round 2 of the playoffs against a talented Geneseo team. Coach Sears going to hop back on here for final thoughts. And, Coach, I think anytime you get to the playoffs, it's just a really fun opportunity to announce. And we saw a really good game this afternoon.
We saw a great game today. And you know, you get down to this point and you go into a lot of games where it's a coin toss.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been in games all the way down, and either team could walk away with a win. And you know, but today the kids played very well. They played hard. You know, Coach Anderson said at halftime that these kids played hard, and I got to agree with him 100%. They played very hard, and you know, there were kids that you haven't called all year long. I mean, you've called them, but that stepped up into a bigger role. And, you know, and like we said, Nupp, he's matured into a quarterback. I watched him early in the year, and today he threw some good balls. You know, Kyler Norton, great job. Havens played a great game. Hogue, you know, he's the guy that doesn't get a lot of accolades or anything, but he's around the football. And, you know, I've been around this game a long time, and a big-time defensive coordinator called me one time and was talking with me at a college level and said, hey, he says, I want guys that I see at playing for me that's going to be one step away from the ball on every play. Nolan Hogue's that guy. You know, Drake May, he's got the accolades. You know, some of your other guys. But these other guys are guys that's kind of standing back in the shadows that today I thought stepped up. You know, you expect Drake May's going to get 10, 12, 15 tackles a ball game. He's going to get the yards. But you don't see these other guys. And today I thought those guys really stepped up and did a great job.
Final score, Macomb 21, Hillcrest 6. Coach Kelly Sears, thanks for joining us back in the booth. Always fun having you in here. And it's been a couple of years, but we picked a damn good game to call together.
Oh, excellent ball game. And, you know, next week, hey, I'm a Friday night guy. Let's play that game on Friday night. Let's get things going.
Well,
forget about Saturday. Play Friday night.
Let's do it. All right. Final score of this one, 21-6. That's our final score presented by Clarkston Tibbetts Funeral Home in Macomb, Illinois. Let you know this broadcast has been an exclusive presentation to the Bomber Sports Network for the private use of the audience. Any other use of the broadcast without the express written consent of the Bomber Sports Network is prohibited. Our sports director, Justice Keene, Rich Fowler, station engineer, and camera duties this afternoon. And the Macomb Bombers will advance to round 2 of the playoffs next weekend against the Geneseo Maple Leafs. So for Justice Keene, Kelly Sears live from MHS Stadium. So long and good afternoon from the MHS Stadium where the Macomb Bombers are